All right, and we're live. We're live with the Eric's Curiosa team, Chase and Simon. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just gonna appreciate it. I just wanted to start with a intro of like what we're going to be doing today. So Simon graciously sent me a beta box. We're going to get into that. That's kind of in my mind, it's part of the day. It's part of the celebration, but it's almost like an afterthought because we're going to have many guests today. It's going to be really exciting seeing a lot of the faces around the realm, so to speak, from Sorcery. One thing I want to say up front is my overhead cam is kind of like over my monitors. So if I'm looking kind of like off to the side, I'm looking you guys in the eye on my computer screen. So just wanted to say that up front for all the artists. I'm not trying to avoid eye contact strangely, but we will have many guests today. We're going to cycle through. I made it a surprise. Actually, I'm going to surprise a couple of the artists with a couple of other artists that I didn't announce. I didn't announce to anybody else, any of the community or the fans, like who's going to be cycling through. So that's part of the fun of it. I think kind of seeing what happens. And what else? We have a few giveaways. So Simon and a company graciously donated 3 alpha boxes. So I'm going to announce how that's going to work. And then there's also 3 beta boxes that I'm going to be giving away. And I will announce sometime throughout the show how that format will work. And what's the other thing? There is a print back here in the background that Severon Pinu did with the 4 elemental avatars. Maybe I'll go grab it later when Severon's on. So I did a thing on the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group where a lot of the community, the international community from Europe and Canada predominantly, some from Australasia, which I learned from Simon. I didn't know that was a thing. I had to go Google it and see what that entailed. So there's like about 185 people that entered. We're going to spin the wheel and come up with a winner for the print there. That actually, that for the print, that's for the LGS. That's an LGS giveaway. So the condition there was they have to display it in their store on the wall. So that'll be fun. And it's open to like anybody in the world. I think we had like 6 stores that commented on that. So we'll spin and that'll be pretty cool. All right. So that's it, guys. Those are the ground rules. Beyond that, there are no rules. So I told the artists, say and show whatever you like that has been formally revealed. So we're going to see some original artwork, no spoilers. But in the end, the surprise is we're going to get a glimpse to see what's coming in the future a little bit, something that's not in the current beta set. All right. So Chase and Simon, you guys have had a busy week. Congrats. It's been, I think, a pretty successful launch. I know there's some logistical challenges, but everybody's very pumped up. And I think it was really cool to see a lot of the community members like Jesse and Hayne and Team Covenant, did the big marathon. There's a lot of reveals throughout the week, which really build to a crescendo to release date formally yesterday, I guess Thursday in some parts of the world. Thursday is our Friday. So here we are now officially getting into beta. How you guys been doing?
Very good. But Mike, you've forgotten to do something. Your intro. Normally we have this, don't we? So,
there we go. Now it's official.
we have to get that right before we do anything else. I'm sure if people have watched your videos, so
well done.
Used to that. But yeah, it's so today's the first day really we've had to relax a little bit because it's been super stressful and busy for the last 6 months. Even after the Kickstarter, we just had a whole bunch of work to do with beta. So we're getting there now. We're not mission complete by any means, so we have a lot of work to do to accelerate things in certain territories where we've had some logistical issues. I don't think that's any secret. And also just improve our comms as well. When we're talking directly to 200 stores about issues they have and then trying to work through distribution, the decentralized nature of the information means we don't really get it out there centrally. Something we're committed to doing a better job on. But we're delighted that people love the game. They are enjoying it today and they will be enjoying it soon. So it's been very rewarding for myself and the rest of the team.
Awesome. And Chase, you made your first appearance at the IX Art Show. You've been making the rounds to artist houses and seeing their studios. What's that experience been like?
You didn't lie when you said that was quite the show down there. It's like IX. I just encourage anyone, if you can, to go to it. It's like it's somewhat small, but it's just very cozy. But just I don't know. It was an experience for sure. I would definitely put it on your list if you're in that area. It's been great connecting with artists that, we have, as you obviously know, the cream of the cream. And, I think one of the things that you might say is, you kind of maybe judge a company by the company it keeps. And I think we're in a pretty good spot there. We work with some really amazing people. And so I'm really excited to see what gets sort of spotlighted today as well.
Yeah, and so I was able to meet with all the artists that were in attendance, and I got to say, Liz Danforth was really raving about you. So
Oh,
I think she said something like,
so nice.
Chase is such a sweet boy," I think is what she said. Something along those lines. It was pretty funny.
So wonderful.
Yeah, she's very nice, and yeah, she said you guys had a nice long talk, and the interview came out great with her and Jeff and Drew Tucker that you did the little vignettes. Very well done. I envy your editing skills.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. There's a lot of love that goes in there, and I always feel like it's really hard to capture like the real essence of some of the artists, right? There's just such wonderful people, and then you're like, all right, we have like 5 minutes or less. How do we do this?
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. I think we're gonna have upwards of almost 20 guests. Like we'll see. Sometimes there's some logistical hiccups and people bounce last minute, but we'll do the best we can. And thank you guys for being here again and for your generosity and supporting the event too with the giveaways. Really appreciate the opportunity and can't wait. Beta's exciting. We're looking forward. We can't wait for the future. And I know like the last thing is you had a lot of releases today, right? TCG Player, Cardi.io. So there's a lot of social play and new experiences to come.
So we've been hitting the gameplay stuff big this week. And so if you can, check out the Social Play Network. It's at playsorcerytcg.com. And then, events up there. And then if you want to email me, chase@sorcerytcg.com if you have events that are ongoing. I saw my mailbox was blowing up this morning. I'm somewhat terrified of pictures of people's like events that they're doing. We'll blast them out. So feel free to reach out to us.
All right. I know you guys are very busy. Thanks for being here and taking the time.
Before we go, Mike, a huge thank you for your continued efforts to support us. You really are a force multiplier when it comes to amplifying our messaging, working with the artists and the community. And we're hugely appreciative of all the effort that you've put in. And I think that all of your viewers and everyone who's like associated with your socials really feels that as well. So again, thank you very much. And I wish you all the very best for this stream. We're big fans, so we're going to be watching it too.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care.
Best of luck.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. See ya. All right. Our first artist guest, Matias Brisk. How you doing, man?
Hi. I'm fine. I'm sitting here at the hotel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you got going on?
What?
Are you just hanging out with friends? Or are you on tour with your band?
No, it's like I have an exhibition tomorrow, so I've been here in Örebro in Sweden setting it up, and tonight I'm going to meet up with some friends, colleagues that I worked with earlier.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you. I'm going to go to the overhead cam, and we're going to get into the box. So what we'll do is open like one pack with each artist. And you had, so how many, do you remember how many, I'm sure you do remember, how many cards did you end up with in Alpha?
Ooh, I think it's 7. Not sure, actually, but I think it's 7.
I was going to say 6. I think it's either 6 or 7. I think you're right.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got some great ones. I was fortunate to see a couple in person, which was exciting. Everyone loves your work.
So it's quite funny because I was asked to start much earlier, a year earlier, to paint for the game, but I had so much in the pipeline, so I had to say no, which I kind of regret these days. It would have been super nice to have more cards.
It's cool being an alpha, but you're still working on future sets, right? So there's more opportunity to come.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let me get into the box topper really quick. I haven't seen any openings yet, so what I'm seeing first is that they put these little tokens in the box topper. That was before in the pre-con kits, I thought, exclusively. And then, oh, look, the artist card is still in there, which is awesome. And the cool thing, let me zoom in a little more. It has all the artists in the order that they were commissioned. So you were asked early, and I think, if I remember correctly, you said you joined later than asked initially.
Yeah, kind of in the late.
Yeah, you're over here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Awesome. And so you've been playing the game too, right?
Yeah.
Do you find it fun?
Yeah, it's super fun. I kind of forget that I'm involved in it, painting also.
Yeah.
Like everyone else, just waiting for the beta release because I only got the pre-con deck.
Yep. Yeah, it must be a wild experience to play your own cards in a game.
Yeah, it's strange sometimes. It's like, I'm going to play my card.
There it is. The Scourge Zombies.
Yeah.
This was I think this and Wrath of the Sea are my favorite two from you.
Yeah. Okay.
And have you
Those
seen the
yeah.
do you have any of the foil versions of your cards?
Yeah, I got zombies, mortality, and exorcism.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we got to make sure you get Exorcism because I love how that came
That
out.
looks
It looks so
awesome.
good. Yeah. Yeah, people have been saying the colors look a little different on beta here, so we'll see as we go. Hopefully we'll I'm very curious to see how that came out for beta.
Yes, I saw just before entering here. I saw the minor explosion in both alpha and beta variations, and it's. I think the original painting is somewhere in between those two. So.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of the two I saw in person, and it's a little more subtle than alpha. All right, man. Well, I don't want to hold you up. I know you're busy. Good luck with your art show, and really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for
Cheers.
being
All right. Talk to you soon. Take care. All right, guys. Next up, we just met at IX Art Show. Welcome, Liz Danforth. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you hanging in?
Good, good. Well, we're just getting started. We'll see you in a couple hours. I think this is going to be a very long marathon event. But yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you. I got to see what do you got behind you? You want to introduce your paintings there?
Well, let's see if I can manage it. The Mirror Realm is probably the one most people know, and as well that is the Sealy Court that I announced it during a LuxCon. And I think I have. Are you getting cross sound from the other room? Do you need me to turn that off?
There's a slight echo. That's all, but it's not too bad. You sound fine.
Okay, I can go turn that off if you want to chat people up for a minute, and I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah. So I asked Liz to grab the Mirror Realm to show you guys because that is I think it's everyone's favorite. Predominantly, a vast majority loves that piece. And the Sealy Court, as she mentioned, is the other one on the wall, which she showed. The other echo is gone now. Beautiful. All right. The other one, the Sealy Court, she just revealed at the IX Art Show a few weeks ago now. I think it was like October 20th or something. I don't know, guys. My head's all over the place. But yeah, it was amazing to see that one in person. First time seeing Mirror Realm. So that is the actual original painting of Mirror Realm, right? It's not a print.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Amazing. I like the
Thank
framing
you.
too. That's very nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't tend to do really elaborate frames, but just to keep it safe while it's being transported from one place to another. So
I see. And I see, like, I've seen a lot of the artists do their own framing. Do you do your own as well, or do you?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's perfect because you guys have the eye for your own work, especially, right? So, and I like when the artists sell it framed too, because then we know it's done right in the vision of the artist, which is why we love.
By the same token, for my own part, I assume other people are going to want to make it fit their ambience. This suits me. I like things simple, a couple of colors, good to go. But if someone wants a more elaborate frame, and usually when people send me photos, hi, I framed your piece, they're these beautiful, beautiful frames that I would never imagine. So mine are just simple, and then I assume the collector is going to do what they like after the fact.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would if it were me, I would just make it work because I got a lot of paintings behind me, and I'm paralyzed into inaction because it's very nerve wracking making sure I do it right.
Or you find a good shop that knows their business and have them do it.
That's what I'll do eventually. Time is my issue. So hopefully we'll find there's a unique from Alan Pollock. And I don't know, have you seen many of the cards in person yet? We didn't get any of yours in this pack, but I've seen a lot of yours. I
have seen a couple. People have been sending them to me already to be signed
cool.
From the alphas, certainly. And so, yeah, it's been pretty cool to see them. And I got a couple of packs during LuxCon, and I'm constantly torn between, do I want to open them or do I want to just leave them in the shelf?
Yeah.
On the shelf.
Great. Yep. All right. Well, I think there's rumor that Eric will be sending out a box eventually, so you'll get your time to shine and open a whole box of cards if you choose to. That'd be
That
cool.
I'm looking forward to because I haven't had time. I've been either painting or traveling so much I haven't been able to play. But I started life as a gamer, and I intend to play this sooner or later. But yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for being here. You have any parting words for the fans or anything you want to add?
Oh, God. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do paintings like these. So.
Yep. Are you making any appearances coming up that you wanted to mention or nothing?
Nothing. I'll be going to Glasgow Worldcon in August for sure. Everything else is speculative right now. I don't have confirmations.
Okay. All right. And do you announce that? Where do you announce it when you do your appearances?
My website is the best place. I always have it on the front page. I'm going to be appearing XYZ. That's very simple, lizdanforth.com. It's most of the website's a little funky, out of sorts. I don't have a lot of time to give it, neither does my webmaster. But we do try and keep the most current news on the front page so that if people pop in, they can find it there. I'm also on Patreon, and I always talk at length in there. Sometimes public posts, sometimes it's supporter-only posts, but usually appearance announcements, I'll probably have in a public post.
Okay, great. LizDanforth.com. Sounds good. And your social
Thank you.
media. All right. Thanks for being here, Liz. Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right. Take care. All right, guys. So we got our first snag. I got a ping. I had someone behind the scenes last time, and it ran off without a hitch. I got to ask a couple artists to jump in. All right. So let me, in the meantime, since Drew is here early, let's get him up here. Oh, hang on. Misclick, Drew, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, nothing much.
I thought you shipped that painting already. I didn't think we'd see it today. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no. It's I was watching Liz. I was like, oh wait, I've got that one. I can still put it up. I hadn't sent it away yet.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a nice surprise.
Eventually, it goes to Simon, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're excited to see some of the Francesca pieces today, and we did a little. So when we did the thing at the IX Art Show, the audio was pretty weak. Do you want to say like a few words about the piece, about the concept idea, or?
Oh snap! I gotta like turn my volume up.
You sound pretty good. I don't know if you can hear me okay, but.
Oh yeah, no. On my end, I had it turned down. Yeah. What to say? Except that it's really dark where I am apparently.
It's not bad.
Yeah, like when I was giving it, Eric, had asked me. I forgot all the specific words. I had to really dig at the IX to find it, but he'd asked me to, very specifically not to be Franzetta-ish, different composition, different colors, stuff like that. And I think it was he wanted the keywords or the prompt words were never mind. I can't remember both of them. But it was like sensual, and there was another one to it, and at the same moment it was like when I got it, it was like the whole Me Too thing going on. And we're like, oh, how can you do this without like being a big man pig? But yeah. So this was my take at least. I think the other one was dangerous was the other word.
Yeah. And then I remember the email said just make it like awesome. I think is how he finished it, right? So it's always
yeah. So like and that's some crazy shoes to like have to paint a painting behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
I have my own weird theories about it, and there's no reason to go into that. But
yeah, it's an awesome piece. I love like the different take. I think that's a cool idea to make it entirely different and not like a mimic of the original. Oh, this seems like I don't know if I opened that upside down or what, but you got a lot of cards in Alpha, so I feel like I hit one of yours, and I don't know if people could even see what I'm doing here, but it's amazing. It's like odd that I open a pack that does not have one of your cards. Yeah,
because about
it's crazy.
I think it's like, maybe one pack that I've cracked like didn't have anything in it, but almost always there's, there's Ace, there's Mad Dash, or
right.
Yeah, so I did a whole bunch for Alpha.
Yeah, over 20, and it's fun. It was fun opening some with you at the IX Art Show.
Yeah,
so that was cool.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you being flexible here. I had you towards the back of the lineup, but we have a couple. We have a couple others that are having trouble getting in, so I had to.
Yeah, I was just lurking because I was afraid that, like, I wouldn't be at the right place at the right time. So I just thought I'd stop.
That's good. So I won't hold you up too long. But if you want it, you can watch on backstage or like on YouTube if you want to hang around. We'll be going for a few hours probably.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Drew. It's great seeing you.
Nice
Take care.
seeing you too. You be good.
All right. See you. All right. I got my translator in the background, but not the featured guest yet. So we're going to skip ahead to the order. If you're backstage, you could get pulled at any time. So be on cue. How you doing, Jeff?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing?
What do you got there next to you?
It's
awesome.
my beta entry. Like Drew, I had one of the Frazetta pieces to rework. Although it's hardly a reworking for me, it was just a totally different approach and an angle to take on Vile Imp.
Okay.
So to me, an imp was a smallish kind of creature. I know that all of the Frazetta paintings that were used were already done and worked into cards that the team wanted to put out. But an imp to me is a very small, playful kind of creature. So that's the angle I took it. And Eric embraced that idea. He's like, he was totally up with me doing something very different. So
yeah, I love seeing the full art original too, because the legs get cut off there, and it takes on like a different compositional balance when you see the full thing.
Absolutely. And like somebody just made a comment that it looks great in foil, and I've seen one in foil online, but and yeah, all the flame is just popping in the foil colors.
Yeah. Let's see if we pull one. I hope to. I saw it. I saw it on the internet, and it's never the same as seeing the card in person. I hope you, if you haven't already, get to see all of your cards in foil. They're hard to get. So you should encourage your fans to bring them to the shows and show you, if nothing else.
That is definitely something to chase down. I think I've got 7 of my 20 in foil.
Oh wow. Okay. So you're starting to collect them?
We're working on it.
There's one from Gadu. So our first foil.
There you go.
And I don't know if I've seen this one. Yeah, that's really nice. Anything with lightning or the blues in it really comes out.
High contrast, it's going to really jump into foil.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how Eric did yours there with the flames and everything. Like the trick is like which parts do you accent with the foil and which do you kind of leave matte, and it makes a big difference. It kind of brings the card to life in a way, the painting. Yeah. So cool. Well, it was great to see you at IX. What's your next event coming up? Do you have anything planned?
Well, my routine is a little different than it used to be, and because I live up in the mountains in New England, I don't do a lot of events in the winter months. So I just got back from a weekend in the Netherlands where I did a old school event there, and that's probably my last event for the season. So now it's just feeding the fire, shoveling snow, and painting in the studio until April.
Okay.
So I'll be looking for events and for things to do, and imagine that a lot's going to happen with Sorcery in the next couple of months. So there'll be things being planned that just haven't even been a twinkle in somebody's eye yet, but they're going to start popping up. Yeah, hibernation time, somebody said. Yeah, it is kind of like that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Hibernate for the winter and buckle down, get some work done, and then because you go to a lot of shows, it seems like you're always somewhere in the spring and summer.
Well, from April to November, I try and do at least one a month.
Yeah. Are you thinking about Gen Con next year, or are you definitely going?
I am. I had a great event there last August, and I was there with Simon and Chase, and I think I said to them that I would come back if the sorcery team wanted me back, and they were like, "We want you back," right?
Yeah, of course.
So I will make an attempt to get back into the art show. It's a juried show; it's never a given. But I'll put in my application, and I'll mention the fact that sorcery is an up and coming game, and that should help for sure.
Yeah. I think this beta release is a big deal. Like, a lot of new people are going to get exposed to the game, and then there'll be better turnout at all the shows for sorcery specifically, not just tangential games spilling over. So yeah, I think 2024, there's a lot to look forward to. It's going to be exciting, and I'll see you at IX. I hope maybe I could come to another one too. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's not far for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, LuxCon is almost always on my slate, and like I said, I'll definitely apply to go to Gen Con, and we'll see how that works out.
All right. Beautiful. Sounds good. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, Jeff. I'll see you.
Take it easy, Mike.
All right, guys. We had the next one queued up, but his camera disappeared. So let me go to my list here. He's troubleshooting. And all right, we'll go to another new set of artwork. Oh, wait, he's back. Okay. All right, let me get my translator on first. Too fluent. What's up, man?
Good. How are you?
What are you in the car? You're on your way somewhere?
Yeah, working.
You're always working, man.
Absolutely.
Every day's a work day, and you're all over the socials too, so that's cool.
How to make time for you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely, you really came through. All right, let me add our guest. We got Too Fluent on because he's bilingual. He speaks Spanish, proper and broken, according to his own admission, right? The slang version and the formal version.
I'll try my best.
All right, so here we go. Santiago. Hola.
Hola. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've been following the last part of the transmission and seeing a lot of great artists. So I'm very glad to be part of this transmission. I will try to do my best in English, but I am sure that several things will be lost for me. So thank you to Fluent to be part of the event.
Yeah, you speak very well. I see you singing on Instagram. You play guitar and sing?
Yeah, but you can sing, but not improvise in another language so well.
Right.
So that is the
You're a good singer. Yeah, you have a good voice.
Thank you.
What is the painting behind you?
This is because I saw that several colleagues were showing some paintings, so I catched someone that I've been working on from time to time. This is a complete free composition. It is based on another previous painting I made with a tree full of deadly fruits, and this one is another version of that.
Okay. Yeah, so you had 2 paintings in Alpha, and I know you did you do more commissions for sorcery?
Yeah, I made, I think, 5 more artworks, but they were not published yet.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll come soon. Next year will be the next set sometime. We don't know when.
Yeah, I don't know when they will come out, because I worked on this the last year and the previous one. So this took a long time to be published. I don't know why.
Okay. All right. Well, have you seen any cards yet or no?
Of mine, no.
No.
I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, there's only 2 in Alpha, and I don't know if I have pulled any. There's a great one from Francesca. A couple from her. So do you know what 2 are in Alpha?
Yeah, but I don't remember the name of the cards. I remember the images.
Yeah. And a lot of the names change.
I think that there is one which is called Twist of Fate, which involves a wheel of fortune in some way. But I don't remember right now the name of the other one, which involves a demon, a huge demon on the distance of a landscape with two riders.
Yes, yeah, Phantasmal Shade, it's called, I think.
Great.
Right? Is that right, Too Fluent? I think that's right, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for being here. It's very great talking to you. Are you on Facebook or just Instagram?
I'm on Facebook. I am with the idea of leaving Facebook at all, because my artwork was taken by AI generators of images, and I erased almost all the images of my artwork on Instagram from my account. The other ones I cannot do anything. So I'm in a personal fight with this technology, because they are offering imitations of my artwork to everybody since 1 year, and Facebook now is training their own AI generator of stuff. So I don't want them to have everything from my part is online on their site.
Yeah.
Anyway, this time for sure it's too late, but to keep my art on Facebook right now, when they are noticing everybody to that they will scrape all the all their network to do whatever they want, it's very dangerous for creators like us.
Right.
So I have my website, which is santiagocaruso.com.ar, and from there you can go wherever you want, because everything is linked there, and you can get an approach to my artwork in a better way than from Instagram or other social networks.
Okay. Yeah, I see you post on Instagram a lot, so I follow you on there, and that's how we connected.
But I am now posting again my artwork protected with a software which is called Glaze, and they are developing a new one called Nightshade. If you don't know about these things, you should check and use these softwares to protect your artwork to being scraped and used on AI training. I think that illustrators as ourselves related into fantasy and science fiction and horror or whatever are pretty attractive targets for this technology and these imitations. So we need to be protected or alerted in some way.
Okay. Yep. No, that's good to know. And I see you posting about the AI. It's a big problem. So I'm sorry you even have to deal with that. But your work is amazing. It's really great to see. I would encourage everybody to go to Instagram, check out Santiago and your website. You do a lot of books. I've seen your books. They're very nice.
Yeah. I work mostly on illustrated books and movie posters or musical album covers. Thank you, Mike, for this space and this community you are gathering around this game. I think it is too fertile for create new experiences and new relationships between artists and the public, and even between artists. Thank you, Mike, and thank you to Fluent. Sorry to have you here, and I managed myself some way magically. I
did
think
great.
so. I don't know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being here. Take care. I appreciate it. Great to see you. Bye-bye. All right. Hey, Tuflin, if you want to hang out backstage, I got one other artist, and then I got another one that you might specifically be very interested in. I'll let you come on with them. All right. I'll see you. See you in a bit. All right. So we have our first mystery guest that I didn't announce to the other artists. We got him plugged in here. Hey, Rodney Matthews. How you doing?
Hello, Mike. Good to see you.
Yeah, so great to see you too. It's a real honor having you on the show, and your lovely wife Sarah too,
Sarah,
who really
Sarah
helps.
Here as well. 2 for the price of 1.
Yes, yeah, and
Job
thank you,
well.
Sarah, for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for helping communicate every time we need to get in touch, and yeah, it's a real pleasure seeing you both, and I really appreciate you making time to be on the show.
That's a privilege.
So you have just one artwork so far in Alpha. Do you want to describe a little bit about the background of that piece, because it's a licensed work and not specific?
Yeah, it's called The Forging of the Treasures. It was done as a book illustration for a book titled Norse Myths and Legends. Difficult to say that one. And well, it's just a second rights agreement with Eric. It was it's like a scene inside a cavern, and there are dwarves hammering away. One an anvil, the other is examining this ship made from gold that they've made, and the other one's a warrior. In the background is a tall chimney with a forge there, bit like the sort of stuff that my dad used to use when I was a kid, because he was an engineer among other things, and there's always banging on anvils, and I did it for a while after leaving school, so I'm comfortable with this sort of image.
Wow. Yeah, that's very interesting, and it's such like a detailed piece. There's a lot of characters, and it actually works very well on the small card too. It's impressive.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you think, oh, if this is going on a card, you won't actually see much of it, but you do.
Right.
The cards are very well printed. Yeah, I'm very pleased with the way it looked.
Yeah, very well done. So you're still actively working, commissioning, and actually, one thing I wanted to tell you, do you want to say like who you sold that piece to years ago?
Yeah, that was one of several bought by John Cleese.
Yeah,
and he used to buy art from the Chris Beatles Gallery in London, in Ryder Street, and it's about as far as I know, one of the foremost illustrators galleries in the world. And he used to go in there at the end of year art show with the likes of Terry Jones and Terry Gilliam, I know, was there at one point, and many of the Python lads, Monty Python lads, and I was not there at the time, but he actually bought several of my pieces. We're going back now into the sort of must be sort of 80s, I suppose it must have been, and. The proprietor of the gallery rang me one day, and he said, "Oh, I sold 4 of your pieces." And which came as a pleasant surprise, because I happened to be skint at the time, and he's very tight-lipped about who he sells stuff to, and so I thought, well, great, I'll take the money and run. And then a fan got in touch with me and said, I was in the Chris Beatles gallery the other day. I see you sold some stuff to John Cleese, and I said, I had no idea.
Yeah,
but keep talking, and that was how I started selling. John bought, I think, three pieces of that 4 at that point, and then they were Alice in Wonderland subject and things like that. Not my sort of sword and sorcery type image, but nevertheless, very very welcome sales. And since then, he's bought quite a lot more, and he's commissioned stuff, and I'm still working for him. Sarah and me now. Sarah does the graphic stuff, which cool. I don't know one end of a computer from the other, but she does all that stuff. And we're still working for him now, doing his merchandise. And recently, I've illustrated a piece that is on the GB News program here in the UK, controversial show. And yeah, it's called the Dinosaur Hour, if you want to get to
it. I remember you telling me.
And it's a picture of a gentleman's club, a London club, and it's got dinosaurs sitting in there instead of the the individuals, so smoking cigars and playing chess and what have you. It was great to work on it because John helped me decide on layout and things like that. And but he's a great guy.
Yeah, the reason I bring it up is because I was at an art show in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, and I think he was, he's doing his tour with his comedy routine, and he was actually in town like that, either that night or like within a couple days. I had no idea. Maybe I would have tried to go to the show. But yeah, small world.
He's 84 and he flits around the world like he was 18.
Yeah. Do you travel much for your artwork or otherwise? Do you ever come to the US is what we want to know specifically.
Not so much. I used to.
I'm sure if you got an offer to go to the US, you'd go over
there.
Yes.
Paid. No, I put on one-man shows in places like Switzerland. I put on stuff in France. A lot of my fans are German, but it's been mostly the UK that I've had art shows and exhibitions. And Sarah is the one who's encouraged me recently. But to tell you the truth, I'm a shy old coot, and
that's why he's brought me on with him.
Okay, yeah, support.
I don't really like standing about talking about myself, but which is what I'm doing exactly now.
Yes,
you're quite good at it once you get going.
Oh, once I get going, once the old ego comes in. But no.
Well, you've had like an amazing career. Yep. And I know you've had an amazing career, both artistically, painting and as a musician. So I'd love to have you on again when we have more time and talk more. I know it's probably not your favorite thing to do, to be on camera, but if you're willing, I would love to talk to you at length.
We could make an exception for the sorcery community, I think.
That'd be great. Yeah. Well, thank you both so much for being here. I guess I can open a pack of cards really quick while you're here. The odds of pulling your card is extremely low because I think, if I remember correctly, it's a higher rarity, and it's only one of 400 cards in the set.
Yeah.
Just over 400. So
I won't be too disappointed because
but
good stuff there. Great artist.
I think I do have a copy somewhere in my collection, but like I say, it's challenging to get that one specifically. I haven't seen it in foil yet. I don't know if you know, but some of the cards, like the one I pulled before, it's foil on one side. Let me see if I could find it quickly, and then the full art is on the back, which really features the art nicely. So you get something like this.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah,
and then the full artifact. So
brilliant,
fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. Thanks to both of you for being here, and we'll schedule something to talk again. Okay.
Okay. All the best, mate.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. So let me see where we are in the lineup, and thank you to the other artists who are being patient as we kind of ping pong back and forth. All right, Too Fluent. We're gonna need you back here for this one. You can. This is purely English, but it is your boyhood idol, who's probably younger than you, but you still look up to him like an absolute hero. Truett Parish. What's up, Truett?
How's it going, man?
Yeah. Have you guys actually talked on the phone or on camera at all?
No. All over text and emails and stuff.
Yeah, Too Fluent is really Lewis, as you know, is his real name, but he talks about you daily, pretty much. He's always showing pictures of your work in the Discord. I know he commissioned you a few times, so you've done some cool stuff that's almost looks like it could work in sorcery, but it's it's not in sorcery. It's something you did special for him, which looks really cool.
Right. Yeah. I'm working on a commission for him right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. We got a great working relationship. So
yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah. So how you been doing? We're not holding you up. I know you got plans in a little bit, right?
No, it's actually quite a bit earlier because I thought we were gonna come on at like 11:30. It's only like 10:45 my time.
Okay. Yeah, we're making good time. I thought this was gonna be like a 4-hour stream, but we might be okay here. I don't know.
Yeah, we're doing great. Yeah, thanks for like juggling all that. I know like that was a bit of an issue, like trying to get in the right spot in the lineup. So thanks for putting me.
Yeah, and like one thing that's going on, I know you're having your cameras was having trouble working. There's a limit to like how many people could be backstage. So I think there was getting some warnings, but people are coming in and out. But yeah, it's good to see you, man. You're doing great work. Your artist proofs are looking awesome. I love the concepts you're doing and the new ideas you're coming up with.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
So. Yeah, those are super cool because, you know, when we have to wait a year between Sorcery releases, we're itching for like new art and we don't get to see spoilers that soon either. So the artist proofs are really cool because it's like seeing like a new take on the ones you did or sometimes something entirely different, which is really awesome to see.
Yeah, I really like just making up, you know, new concepts or just experimenting. Like the gold foil ones, I really like those ones because they were just, you know, something new to work with. And then the last set that I gave you, the horror set, I really like that one too.
Yeah, that was awesome. Have you seen any of the cards in person yet?
No. I don't think so.
Well, allegedly, Eric's will be sending a box at some point. So we got to keep pressing them. I poked them a couple times so far in this stream. So hopefully, I know they've been very busy trying to get beta out there. But you got something to look forward to, man. You didn't get any beta, did you? Maybe it'll show up in the local shops pretty soon now that it's official.
That would be cool. I was recently in like a cafe that was like a Magic the Gathering like gaming cafe, and I kind of talked to them about it, and so they seem interested, so they might stock it, which would be really cool.
Did you tell them you're one of the artists, or were you like being low key about it?
I did. I was actually working on some artist proofs, and one of them came up and was like, "What's that?" And so I just told them, showed them, and they got pretty excited. So hopefully, it kind of spreads over in my area.
That's awesome. So you went into a Magic store and you started painting a sorcery artist proof. That is legendary.
It was like a coffee shop, but it was like a gaming coffee shop. So they had the Magic cards and stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, like this is, I would say, pretty much the mainstream release. We'll see. I don't know. Of course, there's the Vile Imp. We just had Jeff on. So this is like the new Frazetta replacement artwork for the Vile Imp. Oh, and there you go. Now we have Francesca's Geomancer, first elemental avatar. So, yeah, like I guess we don't know when Arthurian Legends is coming out. I know you've been working on that set. As many of the real cool thing is that a lot of the Elf artists are doing work for future sets, so we'll get to see a lot of your new work at some point next year, I presume. But
yeah,
that's
I'm
cool
hoping that comes out soon because Eric told me not to release the paintings until he released the cards, right? Which makes sense. But I have like 11 or 12 that I'm just sitting on, like no one's seen.
Wow.
So.
Hey, Truett, I got a blank check. I'll email it to you, or I'll mail it to you.
All right, bet.
He's already warned people on the Discords that he has first right of refusal on anything you do.
Yeah, he's like I said, we got a good working relationship here. So yeah, he's always in contact and he's very supportive, and it's very nice.
Yeah,
to have a fan, you know.
Yep. Yeah, huge fan. Anything you want to say to Fluent before we release you both?
Yeah, we gotta set up a match. I'd like to play Truett in a game of sorcery. That'd be dope.
Dude, that would be fun. Let's do it.
Even if it's like a webcam kind of match, we gotta set that up.
All right, I'm down. Yeah.
You planning on any coming to any shows, Truett? Maybe if you make an appearance, we could meet up with you and you could learn the game and hang out.
Yeah, I want to. Right after IX happened, the one you were talking about earlier, and I was like, oh man, I should have went to that one because I went last year and I didn't go this year, and it was a really good experience. And there's a lot of just really high level artists and contacts that I made, and I should have went to that one. So I'm gonna try to hit a couple of different ones instead of that one this year, and then next year I'm definitely hitting IX. I think that's the big one because there's just such a diverse group of like really, really good artists.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, well, keep us posted. I know you're trying to get into social media a little bit more. I know you stood up what's your Instagram called? Why don't you put it out there so people can follow you?
Yeah, my art Instagram is Parish Designs. So I don't know if you can my handwriting.
There you go.
Designs. Yeah, follow me.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'll and I tag you too when I show your artist proofs and stuff. So we'll try to get the word out.
Half my posts are from Collector Arthouse. So yeah.
I know you got it. Well, you can't leak any of your work as part of the problem, but show your other stuff too. Like I know you got some cool stuff on ArtStation. You could throw it up on IG.
Yeah, I will be. I'm trying to post like a couple times a week or so, just get my Instagram going. I'm not super practiced at social media, so it'll take a little bit of work.
You're old school. That's wild. All right, man. Well, thank you very much for being here. Thanks to Fluent. You did an incredible job giving Santiago the confidence he needed to speak all the English he could handle.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you in person finally. And Mike, obviously, I'm very appreciative again for all the stuff you've been doing for the community and setting up these events and stuff. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure, man. It's always awesome to see you. We'll talk soon, all right?
All right, perfect.
All right, see you guys. Take care. All right, next one. So we just pulled this card. Let me do a little introduction here and see what the real deal looks like. Hey, Francesca, how you doing?
Ciao, Mike.
Ciao.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, so that's the real paintings behind you, huh?
Yes, they are.
How big are those? They look pretty large.
They're approximately 50 centimeters by 44, I believe.
That is pretty big. Yeah, I got to do it. Sometimes it's funny. I don't know if you know Ian Miller. He always
yes.
He reports the size of his work in millimeters, which is crazy. It's so small. But even centimeters, I can think in centimeters. I can't think in metric units are difficult sometimes. We think in inches, but they look big and they're beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so great to see you and finally talk to you in person here, or on camera.
Well, it's fantastic to finally talk to you. You've been doing so much great things for the community and for artists. So thank you very much, Mike. And a happy beta unboxing day.
What is that? A sparkler?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you make a lot of cool, funny reveal videos. I loved your reveal that you did. So it's always great to see. And you post. It's amazing like how much you post on Facebook and just like all the work you do. Are you pretty much always busy with some kind of commission across all the different projects?
I really love painting. I really love my work, and I do it every day, every moment. Wow. I'm very busy, but I like it a lot, and I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah. Do you do digital work too, or is it all just painting? Traditional?
No. All my works are made with the traditional media, and for paintings is acrylics, and for maps, inks and watercolors.
Oh, okay. And do you do like a lot of map work? Of course, that's kind of like your specialty. Is that your preference, or like have you done a lot of non-map commissions outside of Sorcery for other?
Well, not as many as I would like to do, because I'm mostly known for maps, so I get commissions for them. But I really love painting, and so I'm really happy to do it for Sorcery and for Eric.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great seeing work that's not map. So when your map came out for Magic, I told Eric, I was like, "Good for you, Eric, for getting her to do all non-maps." You know.
Yes. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. Well, you have the Atlas on the back. Did I get an Atlas card? I'm sure I did. And you did this artwork too, right? That's really cool.
Yes, I did that too.
On the original, is this a gilding around the outside, or is this just regular paint, acrylic?
Gold paint. It's
acrylic?
Gold paint.
Oh,
yes,
gold
acrylic.
Paint.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's really nice. That came out great in the Atlas map. Of course, it's cool because that's your specialty. But it's great that you did so much different concepts. You know.
Yes, I really love to change the style I use to paint many different things, and I'm doing that for Sorcery. So that's great.
Yeah, For the new elemental avatars behind you, is there what kind of guidance or description did Eric ask for on those?
Well,
was it specific?
He asked me to paint them as hooded figures, so they needed to be hooded figures, possibly without showing the faces. That was the main guideline. Then he gave me a lot of liberty, freedom to show the different elements in each one of them.
Yes. My favorite one is the one you have there, the fire one.
The flame color.
Yeah, although do you want to show the other ones too?
Yeah, sure. Okay, we have the flame color and wave shaper, I believe.
Wow. Nice.
And the spark mage.
Very cool.
And finally, the geomancer.
Awesome. I love the background on each of those. It's so great. It's really nice.
Thank you. I want to give them to each one of them a distinct color and personality. So I love working with colors, and I choose this one inspired by the elements.
Yep. Yeah, and this is the first one that I've seen in person, the Geomancer. So I love like the Earth globe too in the middle is really cool too.
I wanted to remind of the birth,
the world,
because Earth is placed exactly in front of the womb.
Oh, okay.
So that was the idea.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that concept. That's cool. So have you seen any of the cards in person yet?
No, not yet. I received a message from the shipping company. They should have delivered them today, my box, beta box, because I ordered one. Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't receive it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italian fans, and there's an Italy Facebook group. And then there's I'm going to do like a box giveaway, and there's a lot of Italians that entered. It was nice to see. I said Forza Azzurri to everyone that entered. I like Juventus. I like Juventus. I've been in Torino and in Sicily myself. So.
Oh, I understand.
my parents just went. I hope to go again. Do you ever travel for your art or go to different shows?
Well, I never had the chance to travel outside Italy, but I'd really love to. I hope one day to have the opportunity to do it. For now, I'm going to conventions in Italy. Okay.
Yeah, well, when the sorcery is a big deal, so it'll get big, and then hopefully the opportunities will become available.
Finger crossed.
yeah, I think so. We're all really excited and confident that it's going to be a big success. And then you did some work for Magic recently too, so they send you. The funny thing is, like when they send the Magic artists to some of these shows, a lot of the sorcery artists turn up too, and vice versa. So. Maybe you could travel with either one. We'll come see you regardless.
Okay, thank you. I hope to see you.
Yeah, or if I come to Italy, then definitely we'll try to connect.
Sure.
But yeah, we'll see if this is my first look at beta. I've opened some of the alpha and saw some of your cards. Of course, I didn't pull any, but at least we got the Geomancer. I think what I'm hearing is that in the non-foil, these are common, so people will pull these more often. And then in the foil version, it's a higher rarity, so it's harder to find the foil ones in the full art. Okay. So
I've never seen a foil one in person.
Yeah, I know. I think some of them are showing up on the internet on the Facebook groups, but hopefully you'll get one in your box. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Well, thank you for showing your paintings and for being here. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, it's so great to see Francesca. And now we're going to stay in that region of the world. We have Severon. How are you?
Hello.
You're on.
Hello.
Great
nice
to see
meet you. I'm happy to be there with all the beautiful artists of sorcery.
Yeah, and so you did the elemental avatars are a big deal in alpha. And Francesca did the new ones, but yours returned as the sketch cards, right?
Yes. I saw on Eric Curiosa the black and white sketch, and it's really beautiful. Really, it's a great idea.
So did Eric ask you to send him the sketches, or did you already send them to him in the past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he had an idea to use them. So those are very rare cards. We believe they're going to be hard to find. It's just when a new set comes out, people show off the rare cards, so it seems like everybody gets it. But so I hope I can get all 4, but I don't know. It might be difficult. So what do you have behind you there?
Oh yes, it's another sketch. It's for the Lady of the Lake to come for Arthurian theme, and Eric's bought the original painting, so I only left the black and white sketch, but I very often work a long time on the sketch because it's better for the definitive painting.
Yeah, it's beautiful artwork, and I saw you posted pictures of the sketch, and your son's girlfriend was the model.
Yes, my beautiful red hair.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, so she's famous. She's going to be famous now because of sorcery.
Maybe.
What an honor. Yeah, some of the artists painted their family members or themselves, which is kind of fun. So it's cool.
Yes.
It's a good idea. Yeah. So let's see. Let's open a pack. I really hope I want to get those sketch cards so bad. I love the elemental avatars. Of course, there's the fire maiden, in the back.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
beautiful. Yes. I got to get it framed, but I hang it up in the other room. I got to get everything framed. And predestination too. Or
yes,
arcane.
You are doing many things, and
yes.
I think the time is short for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. But the Kithera mechanism is one of my favorite cards in the set, and it's beautiful card, beautiful painting.
Thank
very
you.
Nice. So I'm very thankful to have that one. All right, let's see. And hopefully you'll have a box coming soon. This is we just found a special version of this one too from Melissa Benson recently. Someone posted that. And of course, Sleep is one of my favorites too that you did. The Sleep painting in Alpha. Very nice. I didn't get one there, but hopefully you bring us good luck. Thank you for being here. It's always great to see you. Do you want to say anything to the fans?
I'm very glad of working for Sorcery because all the message I received on the social network are so kind, and so it's really it's make me feeling comfortable, and it's a great encouragement to continue to create.
Yeah, well, you're
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you all.
You're a very popular artist, and everybody really loves your work. Your work is very different and unique for card games. It's a different style, and it's very exciting to see it on cards. It's fun.
Yes, I've tried to put some of my own research in the work of Sorcery from my own paintings and own books. So it's an opportunity to show this part of my work to a lot of people. And I come from role-playing illustration. So for me, it's a comeback to my roots in creating paintings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know you're a fan of Rodney Matthews. You looked excited. You looked excited backstage.
Yes. I was so happy to see him. He seems to be such a cool and a kind guy, and with his beautiful daughter.
Yeah, they're very nice. Both of them are very, very nice people. So, yeah, well, thank you so much. I can't wait to see what's coming for Arthurian Legends. It'll be a great surprise. Everything you do is beautiful.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you for all that you are doing for the community of Sorcery and artists. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thanks, Severon. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right, guys. We're going to stay in Italy now. Mr. Vincent Pompetti, how are you, sir?
Hello. Ciao.
Ciao.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Yes. So you had the honor of doing one of the new. There's very few new paintings in beta. Most of it is a reprint, but there's only a handful of new ones. Yes. And you did one of the new Frazettas. Do you have it available to show?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Wow, that's pretty big. That's a large painting. Yeah.
Yeah. I've worked on the same format for almost all the painting for sorcery.
Is it watercolor? Or
watercolor inks.
Okay.
It's a kind of watercolor, but I use inks, Ecoline. I think it's very famous. The first one. It's more shiny and look. It's closer to the oil painting, for example. You can have some brilliant effect.
Yeah, someone commented that it's a great version of Ruler of Thought. I really was impressed when I saw it. It was a long wait. It was rumored that people thought you could be the person asked to do it, but we didn't know. So it was a great surprise.
I did it a long time ago. Yeah, of course, because Eric asked me maybe a year, and but thanks to Eric, because for this one he gave me a lot of details. I understood that he had a very precise idea of what he wanted for the background and the foreground. The character looks like a king. Everything is Eric's ideas, so it was easier for me to do a replacement. I have to say also it's one of my favorite painting of Rosetta. So it was very a big pleasure to do this. Because it's also very different. It's only a recall of the painting.
Yeah, I like the concept. It's pretty interesting. It's a different take, but it has the similar elements, like a kingly, strong character, and then the polar bears. But
yes, we can see the mountains.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scenic work. Yep. All right, let's. I hope I could pull it out of a pack. I saw it on the internet, and there's like a good quality picture, but it's a rare card. It's hard to pull. We'll see. So, oh, am I upside down? Dwarven Digging Team. It's interesting. You see two artists together. There's two from Vassy. You have so many cards in alpha and now in beta too. There you go, pirate ship. This is a favorite of a lot of people too. Very nice.
Yes. I have to say, I still have the original here. I want to do exhibition with this.
With your the new piece.
With the new piece and some I have still from the alpha set.
Oh, okay. And I saw you from some of the French fans that you tried playing the game. Do you like? Was it fun to play?
Yes, thanks to Cedric. He is very really cool, and with also the other Vincent.
Vincent.
I'm pretty sure that they are listening. Yes, I learned to play with sorcery. He come to my city, and we did a couple of game. It was very funny to discover the game. Can be also useful because if I have to do a new painting in the future, I understand very well the game. But it's a great discovering how it works. It's very complex.
Yeah.
I hope to do other game, maybe together in the future. If I come to the United States, I don't know.
That would be great. Yeah. Do you just? I know you go to a lot of shows in France, and do you ever come to the United States, or mostly do Europe?
Most in Europe, in Italy, in France. I was in Canada many times in the Montreal Convention for many reasons. Maybe in the future, depend also of the sorcery activities.
Yeah. Well, we'll help make beta successful. Hopefully sorcery will grow very well and a lot more shows and opportunities. I'd love to see you.
Yes, I am already happy to see the community growing. It's only the beginning, I hope.
Yeah, or even if there's a show in Europe, there's many sorcery artists in Europe, in France, Italy, Poland.
Yes, it would be great. Yes,
Spain.
there are many.
If there's a big show or a convention, we'll have to convince Eric and Simon to.
Yes, there are conventions.
Have a booth. Yeah.
Yes. They can invite some American artists. Yes, it exists. Maybe in Italy, they are really. I know there is a community for sorcery, and it exists some shows for this kind of role play card game. I am very curious for the next year to see what happens.
There's a lot of passionate Italian and French fans. So, and I know some have come to your shows, like you say, right? They taught you the game and they come and see you when you make appearances. So that's great.
Yes, it's already happened. With Cedric, we also talked about to create some events in the future, in the next month. It's also linked with the comic books community. Also the same kind of art. Yes, I am. Yeah, I met also Severon this summer. We talk about this. It would be very funny to meet together in a specific convention for card game here in Europe, and it's very enjoying to work on this project. So
yeah. Well, yeah, we love your work, and I think like Eric has to be a huge fan of yours because you had so much. I think you had the most Alpha paintings, 25 or something. Unbelievable.
Yes, there are many new paintings for Arthurian legends.
Oh, great! That's exciting. Yeah, can't wait to see.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for being here. It's always great to see you. I wish we could do this more often, but the sets, they come out far and few between, so we got to wait a long time.
Thank you.
So, good to see you, Vincent. Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, guys. Still a lot of European artists staying in Europe here. Elvira, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Can you hear me okay? Your microphone sounds a little loud on my side.
Loud. Okay.
It happens sometimes.
Maybe I will just back up a little bit from my computer.
No, you're okay. You're okay. I'll turn my volume down. But yeah, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been fine, I think.
Yeah. Are you busy working on the future sets as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've finished my part, I guess. Although Eric, you never know if he finds something new. But
yes,
I've already made quite a lot.
Yeah.
I cannot tell too many details of building,
I know.
obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting to hear, though. But so you do one thing I wanted to ask you is you do a lot of kind of like line work, like architectural drawings and pencil or pen, I assume. So is this? Have you done like a lot of paintings like you've done for sorcery, or is this like a new change for you?
Well, it's not new, but I've never done so many paintings for one project. So
okay.
So usually I kind of can make, I don't know, cover illustration for a book, but it's usually one illustration for a project.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's a great.
otherwise quite a lot of ink drawings, yeah, architectural designs, but fantasy architecture, obviously. So
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing about card games. And these Eric loves paintings. He's like an art director. He loves to buy paintings. So he's keeping you guys busy. You do a lot for every set. It's amazing. I thought, yeah, we all thought that we heard rumors that the next set was supposed to be small, but every time I talk to an artist, they say, "Oh, I've done a lot for the next set, and I'm very excited about my work for the next set." So maybe it's another big one, 400 cards again. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we get any of your cards. I think last time I had you on for Alpha, the windmill was the first foil card I pulled. And did you see I posted on the Facebook group the other day on the back of the box? Here, let me show you. They used to have the Eric's Curiosa card, and now they have the windmill right there on the box.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen that. Wow, that's cool.
Pretty cool, yeah. Because there's guys, we don't know how many they printed, but there's a lot of them, and they're going all over the world. So your art's on that box in all the stores around the world now.
Ah, amazing.
Very cool. I keep getting the Scorch Earth from Dan Seagrave. I tried hard to convince Dan to come on, but he doesn't do appearances, so couldn't do it.
I can understand him actually.
Yeah, I know it's a little intimidating for some. It's difficult, but yeah, I didn't get any of yours. But I'm very excited to see something new because it's been like for those that have been into the game for a long time, we've been having fun with the Alpha artwork for over a year. You painted some of those 2, 3. Maybe 4 years ago at this point, so it's time for Arthurian Legends. Hopefully it'll come by mid-year or something next year. Can't wait.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I wish I could show you, some of those works, but
yeah, that's what all the artists say. It's exciting and it's hard to wait that long. So do you go to shows too? Do you make appearances for shows with your art?
No, not yet. Although maybe if there would be something near, I would. Or
right. Well, yeah, like I say, if there's a big event in the U.S., hopefully you could come, or in Europe. There's a lot of artists in Europe. So you moved to where are you now? You moved recently?
Sweden.
Oh, Sweden. How's that?
So,
nice.
Yeah, I mean, weather is awful, obviously, during autumn, and it's dark. I don't know. It's getting dark very early. So that's something, I don't know if I will used to it, but I used to live in Sweden before. So it's like, a few years here, a few years in Poland. So
great. Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. It's really exciting. We'll do it. We'll have to plan something when Arthurian Legends comes out.
Yeah.
But it's always great to see you. Wish we could do it more often.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice to see you.
All right.
Too. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye. Oh man. All right. There we go. I hope he has a home translator here. Mikhail. Hey, there she is.
Hello.
Translator.
Welcome to my studio.
That is a big painting. Huge.
It's
huge painting. And I have the wow. Is that how big is that?
1.5 meters to
4 feet or so? 4 or 5 feet?
Feet. It's a bit.
Yeah. Do you usually paint large paintings?
2 feet to 3 feet. Not usually. Not for now. These years I usually painting a little bit. This artist proof. It's the smallest format for me that I have.
But he has lots of huge paintings as well. But now he's working on small ones.
Yeah.
This one is middle for me.
Your artist proofs are very popular. People love those. You do great stuff.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Next weekend you will have more artist proof if you want.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to see them. Let me see and you sent me some pictures. I'm going to try to pull that up here. 1 second.
Yes.
Okay. So I got to, let me see.
Some
screen.
Some paintings that Eric didn't use on the game.
Yep. Okay. So let me remove that and okay. So you did the 3 towers in the game. Let's show those ones first. There was this tower, and then this you did, this is the portrait one, and then he asked you to redo it in landscape version for the site card.
This one was first one, but Eric wanted a landscape portrait, and I all this tower I repaint to not portrait but to landscape format.
Right. Yeah, and this one was on.
This one was for me only training, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I did that. Like, there was a lot like that. There were portrait and then redone landscape, and then I think let me get my keyboard. I thought I had the. Yeah. So on this special card, it shows up right here. This is 9 artworks on 1 card.
Yes.
So that's your original tower, and then you also had the other. So all 3 you did portrait style like that, and then there was this one.
Yes, this one is only a little part of Oravian castle in the Slovakia, and I like this part.
In Slovakia, we have a lot of castles.
Yes. And tower before was from England, especially Riveaux Abbey. I don't know how to say, but it's a Gothic tower. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Is this the Dracula tower?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Dracula.
There.
Cool.
Yes, the Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Here, I have artist from this.
Oh wow!
But in a snow.
Hang on. Let me make it big.
Version.
Wow, that's great, man. I love those, and I love the this. What I'm blanking now. What's the other one? Let me go to your page here. You've done multiple of the one that you sent me the concept version of. So on this page, let me go to. One minute. Sinkhole. Yes. You've done many of Sinkhole.
Sinkhole. Yes.
There we go. I got to add it back. Sinkhole. Yeah. Beautiful artwork. And then the 3rd tower was the Lone Tower, right?
Yes. This tower is inspired from Scarborough, also from England. And this one is first artwork who I made for Eric, and this one is, and Eric wanted their tentacles from the sky, but I don't know, maybe it's not a good illustration. Eric is not use them. Maybe to future. I don't know.
It's nice. I really like it. And the octopus in the sky, is that like a Lovecraft idea?
I like this idea, but
let me see. Try to zoom in. Yeah.
Yes.
Very neat.
Okay.
Octopus.
A little bit transparent octopus there.
Yeah. Cool idea. Very nice. All right. Let me go to oh, and then the other one, the painting that you had behind you is this one, right? So
yes.
Nice concept. Very graphic.
It's my portrait.
Yes.
Yes. It's my portrait.
Yeah, that's you.
And lizard eats me.
The lizards eat you. Yeah, and I think you had the description from Eric. He said it's nice, but it looks like science fiction. It looks more like science fiction than fantasy, so it wasn't used. But he said he doesn't have plans to use it in the future, but he might. So yeah, it's more of a science fiction vibe than a fantasy, but it's cool. Very cool idea. The reptiles.
And this one is also my bigger illustration for Eric. This one is 30 centimeter to 50 approximately, and then before them I make a little bit smaller format, and this one is bigger.
Okay. Very cool. All right, let me go back to the webcam. Let me see. All right, move that one.
Michael has.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing.
What? You want to say something?
Yeah. That he has lots of dinosaur paintings as his freestyle work. Personal work, yes, and they represent. It's symbolic. They represent plastic and fossil fuels, and how they affect us as people.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why they're eating him and
yeah. Yeah, you have a lot of really interesting ideas. You're very creative. A lot of different ideas in sorcery too. Different concepts. There's a guy that loves all the frogs. I should mention that. Your frog artist proofs. He buys them all. The one guy. All right, let's see. There's the Mask of Mayhem. I didn't get a lot of foils yet.
Yes, there was a Raven Eye.
Raven Eye.
Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, did I miss one of yours?
Yeah.
I was going too fast.
No.
Blood Ravens. Yes. Yeah, this is very cool.
Yes. I like it. This reflection of Raven in the eye, and Eric also liked it and told me that he want more illustration like that, but I don't not do it yet for it. Maybe to virtual also.
Future.
Oh, really? Okay. So like Cloud Spirit, that kind of concept too?
Yes.
Pareidolia effect or something?
Like
yeah. Pareidolia, yes. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. All right, so maybe we'll see more of that, like you say.
Somebody don't see this Cloud Spirit, and after more time,
discover.
This after more time, discover Cloud Spirit on the picture.
Yeah, I love Cloud Spirit's very nice painting. It was a great idea. All right, Mikhail, thanks for being here. You speak good. You've been practicing English? You talk well.
He was practicing maybe this whole day.
Yeah.
All day I'm learning.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good, man. You learned English in one day. You're a genius.
one day English.
Thank you.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Take care. All right, guys. That was fun. Mikhail's always does some awesome work. Very creative and innovative styles. All right. I saw him backstage. Yussi, what's up, man?
Hello.
Is your name pronounced Yussi or Juicy?
It's Yussi.
Oh, Yussi? Like a Y. Okay. Yeah,
yeah. Yussi Pylkäs.
Yeah.
And it's
What's
Finnish,
up, man?
so it's kind of hard always.
Yeah. Man, it's great to see you. A lot of people, you know what people always tell me? They try to reach out to you, they're desperate to like buy your paintings and stuff, and you're kind of hit or miss trying to get a hold up. And I was like, yeah, that's how he is. He's a pretty casual guy doing his own thing.
Yeah, and my inbox gets full of work email, and I forget to check them. Actually, I checked them yesterday, and I have like 10 emails to answer later on today.
So you work in all the time. Yeah, and you're telling me you do Like you're an art director for your full-time job in addition to doing the
Well,
painting
at the
stuff?
moment in the project, I'm usually a concept artist or a texture artist.
Oh, okay.
But in the current project, I'm also the art director.
Awesome. That sounds like a good opportunity. And you,
Yeah, I like it.
do you do? Is it like a lot of digital style, or do you do
It's
a lot
all
of
digital,
traditional? Okay.
I only do traditional for the sorcery stuff.
Wow.
It had been
Yeah.
like 15 years since I last painted before Eric asked me to paint something. And I was kind of like, well, I gotta learn this now.
I know, that's crazy. I can't believe you told me that a long time ago, and I was shocked because like I love your the concepts you do. And it's like there's a couple, like Tony Sudlow said the same thing. He had a big layoff from painting and he got right back into it. And it's like riding a bike, you know, I guess you don't forget, or you just have the talent.
Yeah, I actually didn't used to paint a lot back then either. I usually colored everything digitally or with markers or stuff. So this has been very interesting for me. I keep learning new stuff.
So you
But it's
don't
fun.
do, yeah. So you don't do like a lot of just painting and drawing just for fun, or
I paint Warhammer miniatures for fun.
Oh, okay.
I very rarely draw for myself just for fun because, like, I have 2 jobs and both of them are drawing, so
yeah,
kind of burnt out.
I see. Yeah, and you told me you've played like a lot of Magic and stuff. Have you tried playing
Yeah.
Sorcery yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna buy a box of beta once we can get them. We got hit with the delay here.
Yeah.
And I've heard these rumors about an alpha box for artists.
Yeah. I think Eric's
That
gonna
would
send
get me
one.
started very well.
Yeah. Sounds
But
like
yeah, I'm
it's somewhere
definitely gonna get
cool.
into it.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. I mean, it's and like that you said the Warhammer stuff. There's like a lot of guys that play that. They paint them and they also play the game. I guess I don't know much about it, but it's a game, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mostly enjoy the painting and the converting stuff.
Okay. Yeah, some of the big sorcery players are big into that and go to the conventions and stuff and play that as well. So maybe there's some carryover or similar type of interests across that.
Yeah, it's
That's cool.
Basic hobbies of all nerds like Warhammer and Magic. Everyone tries them at some point or something.
Yeah.
I've had the same hobby since I was a child, so haven't really grown up.
So you're a big gamer?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. Well, I'm excited to hear how you like the game when you give it a shot and play.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, it's my Can you still hear me okay?
Yep.
Oh, okay. It said the mic was muted. Maybe it was the other one. The
opening point.
There we go.
What are we gonna get?
Let's see if we
foil
can do any
cores.
That'd be nice. So you've been following enough to know what the big hitters are, huh?
Yeah, well, it's kind of the Power 9 situation.
Yeah.
So you gotta know at least those.
Yep. There's a Melissa Benson. You know, did I only get one foil card? What the hell is going on? When I did the alpha box opening, I had like the worst box you could possibly get. I didn't get it. I got low end foils and like I think less than the normal. See, it must be like all in one slot or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't get any of yours in this one. Have you seen any? So you haven't seen any of the cards in person yet, right?
Not in person, no. But
Okay.
I've seen a lot of pictures. Like I saw a foil Enchantress today, which was very cool. It's probably one of my favorites for the alpha.
Yeah,
Out
there's
of
a
my
lot
own
of
work, of course.
That's like a very colorful card. I don't think I have that one in foil, but I'd love to see it. That's like one of those where you wonder like what Eric's take on the foiling is going to be. Which parts of something that complex would he accent? You know?
Yeah, back when I did those, I didn't even like think about the whole foiling stuff. Nowadays, I kind of pay attention to it, but I won't let it get like too much into my head because it kind of would change how I do the picture if I keep thinking about how it's gonna look like in foil.
Yeah, leave that challenge to Eric. He'll figure it out. That's funny though. It's interesting that it influences your concept approach because early on, like Eric wasn't intending to do foils at all, and then he changed his mind just because people like it in all these games nowadays. So I think he was always going to do the full art side, but it would just be regular non-foil and then full art on the back. But the full art's cool too.
Yeah, I do like that they have the full art because that's constantly kind of a problem when like drawing or designing the picture. Like I keep forgetting the text box.
Yeah.
Or both of them actually. So and then like you work for hours or days on stuff that gets just kind of stuck under the box.
Yeah, man. So are you on how do people like reach you or find your work and stuff? You're not too much on social media.
Yeah, no,
right?
I would probably eventually have to put something on Instagram, but I've said that like for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Cool. I have the ArtStation page, but I haven't been updating it in years either.
Yeah, I don't
one day.
I don't think any of your I don't think any of your sorcery work is on
No,
there.
I haven't put them up anywhere yet, actually.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do that, but I mean to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get the pictures of them from you for the website. I got a website that has all the full arts on the one page, and I can only find one that like Eric posted. But the is it like called
Yeah, I
Five
haven't
Naiads
posted
or
them
something?
anywhere.
Yeah. Right.
all.
Yep. All right, man. Well, are you working on the future sets? Is there more to come from you?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's exciting. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you in Arthurian Legends.
We will.
And it'll be hopefully sooner than later. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know you don't make a lot of appearances, but
it
so it's a
wasn't
rare opportunity.
as stressful as I thought. I'm a bit sweaty and anxious, but
I know you were sweating it. And, yeah, some of the artists were a little shy and worried about it, but you're all doing great, and it's just fun to see you, and talk about your work. But all right, man. Well, thanks again. We'll talk soon. All right.
Yep.
All right. Take care. All right. Let me go back to my list. All right, here we go. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Internet restored. What's up, man? What's up, Kyle?
Hello, Mike. Good to see you. Hello, all sorcery fans.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. What's been going on down there? I was worried you might not make it.
No, internet has returned. Some days ago, we were hit by a big storm and destroyed the whole shit here. But they already fixed it. I'm glad to be here now.
Yeah, it was a quick recovery. I was getting worried about it a few days ago, but I'm glad you weren't hit too hard. Like I guess in your area, it definitely was, right? But your house is okay and everything.
Yeah, it is everything okay. Just a few things went fell down, but in general, it is all good.
Yeah, awesome. So you've been you ended up with like a pretty good amount of cards in Alpha, and it sounds like maybe you got stuff coming in the future. All the artists are saying they're working on the future. I know you guys can't say much, but you do a lot of like great artwork, and I can't wait to see some more from you. And your wife, I wanted to give a shout out to your wife too, because she also is a great card altarist. You guys are both very talented.
Well, we both grew up by doing paintings. We were teaching each other, so yeah, it would be so nice if Eric calls her too.
Yeah.
Imagine a couple, a married couple like us doing work for sorcery. Huh?
Yeah,
maybe even one artwork together. That would be nice, I guess.
That's a fun idea. Yeah. Have you ever collaborated on like a painting with her before, just for fun, or like a art altar?
Yes, we did an altar before together, a panorama of 2 cards together.
Oh, awesome. That's great. I love that concept. That's really cool. And so let me see. Let's open a pack. I think I have a few of your foils. Have you seen them? You haven't seen the cards in person yet either, right? Or have you?
Not yet. I am still waiting for my alpha box from Kickstarter. That's didn't came up yet.
Okay.
And I also bought a beta box that UPS is delivering right now.
Oh,
maybe
nice.
we'll get it by the next days.
Awesome. That's exciting. So it'll be your first opening experience and discovering your own cards. Is it a crazy thrill to be part of a TCG and have your own artwork on a card?
Yeah, I'm so glad to have my name printed on these cards. It is actually my dream.
Well, congratulations, man. I'm glad it finally happened for you. How long have you been doing altars? For years?
Yeah, it's like 6 or 7 years, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, it's great that Eric's grabbed a few of the altar scene artists, and you're getting this breakthrough opportunity and showcasing your work, and it's really cool to see it like full scale in a full painting. Yeah,
Thanks.
make sure you don't sell them all to Eric for the next round. Keep some. Let the fans have some.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see what you got coming too. But
I have like 10 new artworks, but unfortunately I can't show any of them yet.
Yeah, it's too early for spoilers for the next one, but hopefully the beta will blow the doors off and the game will grow fast. And like I keep saying, everybody, we'd love to see you guys at appearances. If you're able to travel and go to shows and stuff, once you have, because you got a lot. You've done what? How many did you have in Alpha? Like 6? Was it?
Yeah, I believe it. Yes, I think it was 6.
Yeah, that were used, and then you had the one that I've been speculating could be alternate artwork. There's a lot of examples with the same art commissioned with same name, different artists. So
yeah, that's the case of Shifting Sands that was replaced by Vassy artwork. By the way, a great artist, one of my favorites from Sorcery.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, if not my favorite, I love it. I really, really love that. I forgot the name, that Atlas card, the Inn.
Oh, the Donnybrook Inn. Yeah.
Yes, that one. And Crossroads as well. I love his style, like fairy tale terror book.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Like I hear that a lot. When I was at the IX art show, Drew Tucker said he loves his work too, like the boss troll. And then I showed him the one where under the card box there's like this fairy at the bottom, which is really awesome.
Yeah. So it's incredible. Bridge troll also.
Yeah. It's a cool style. Yeah, man. Well, guess who's up next? You want to say hi to him really quick?
Well, I'm really glad to be part of this. Like Severon told, everyone's speaking well of the artist's artwork, and it's really inspiring to see all the messages. It is really. Oops, sorry. I am really happy to always keep reading all the feedback you guys send. Really, really inspiring. So thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm glad you were able to make it. I really appreciate you coming on.
I'm glad to be here, Mike. Thanks for inviting me.
Let me know if you get the beta, what you pull. Post it on the Facebook group too. Share with the fans your own polls. Everyone's doing it. It's a lot of fun seeing the reveals.
We surely do.
All right, Kyle. Take care, man.
Take care, Mike.
See ya.
Thanks. See.
All right. See ya. All right. Oh man, I went full screen. That's scary. All right. So we got. Let's see. Alvara's talking to her friend on her phone here. How's it going?
Hi everyone.
Austin. Let me get you're doing a double duty service here too, and I see him backstage. So let me get him on. Vassy, how are you?
Hello.
Did I pronounce your name okay? How do you say it? Vassy or Vasily?
Как правильно произносить твое имя?
Василий.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Vasily.
Close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Yeah, it's great to see you both. I think you guys are both extremely popular artists. So everyone was saying, people were asking who they were hoping to see today, and your names came up a lot.
Всем очень нравится твоя работа, и очень тебя ждали на этом стриме, и очень рада, что ты наконец здесь появился.
Ой, спасибо большое, спасибо огромное, очень приятно всем зрителям и участникам. Огромное спасибо. И, наверное, я хотел бы сказать, что очень мне стыдно, что я не знаю английского. Вот, хочется извиниться перед всеми, но, к сожалению, вот как есть.
Thanks everyone who is watching, who came to this live. Thank you, Mike. And Vasily says that he's a bit embarrassed that he doesn't know English, but that's what I'm here for.
Yes. Thank you, Alvara.
Я здесь, все будет в порядке.
Yeah. It's no problem at all. And thank you for helping out. And it's great. What have you been up to, Elvira?
Not much. I've been working frantically on this new piece. Everybody's been showing these great new artworks, and I was like,
yeah,
shit, I wish I could show anything, like literally anything. So yes, I actually have this little thingy there. It's turned away from you because I can't show you this, but I hope you're gonna love it. It's for sorcery, but it's not a card, and I'll leave you to your speculations.
Okay, wow. Nice teaser. Well done. Yeah, you know what? Like when they do these, if there's going to be a revised set in the future, I hope maybe you can at least like let you each do one new card in that set, like an alternate art. That'd be cool. So you guys have something to share for these new releases. But just in case he's listening, I just wanted to say that. All right. So I saw some of Vassy's before. I've been going kind of quick. I get so distracted just talking to everybody. There you go. There's Rimland Nomads. Very
That's
nice.
one of mine. Yep. Thanks.
Yeah, that's cool. And nothing from Vassy in this set. And neither of you have.
I've seen one of his like 2-packs back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Will of the Wisp or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did see that. Let me show him.
Мой пис, ладно, из карт пару бустеров назад. Will of the Wisp. Да, вот это. This one.
There you go. Will of the Wisp. Very cool. So can you ask Vassy if this is his first, like what other work he's done before, or is this his first major project?
Это твой первый большой проект, Майк спрашивает, или ты делал что-то до этого?
На самом деле, такие иллюстрации я действительно, наверное, делаю впервые для этого проекта. До этого только что для себя делал. Просто моя основная работа, она совсем с таким рисованием не связана.
It's his first big project, first TCG project, and his other work, his regular work, doesn't have much to do with this kind of artworks.
Okay.
Which I want to ask, what's kind of other work? Василий, какая работа другая? Что ты обычно рисуешь?
Ну, моя основная работа — это мозаика монументальная.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so this is...
В основном церковная, если это интересно.
Wow, it's amazing. Actually, for his usual job, Vasily does monumental mosaics and paintings for religious things like churches and stuff. So this is so cool.
Wow.
Значит, то есть у тебя академическое образование, да? Какое-то?
Ну, я заканчивал университет печати, полиграф.
Я тоже.
Да ладно.
Да.
Тогда
Okay,
мы,
sorry
наверное,
guys,
очень
this is
хорошо
like
представили
we
наш
just found out
институт.
we finished the same school. We were in the
Oh my
same art
God.
school.
Wow.
Wow.
А в какие годы, если не секрет?
Лет 10 назад я училась у Косынкина, но я не доучилась.
Ну, просто я тоже примерно лет 10 назад, наверное, получается, учился. Я не знаю, в каком я. В 10-м году я закончил.
Я, наверное, должна... Я доучилась 4 курса. Я должна была закончить, по-моему, в 12-м.
Ну,
Нет,
то есть мы
даже.
пересекались, получается, в принципе.
This is so cool. We used to be in the same art school, almost in the same years. So this is, and it was like 10 or 12 years ago. This is insane. Wow. So cool.
That's awesome. Wow, what a small world. So how do we see his artwork? He does like churches and stuff. Is there a way to kind of see his other work outside of sorcery?
Как можно увидеть твои работы вне sorcery? Где, ну, любые твои где-нибудь сайты или что-нибудь такое?
Ну, мои работы, собственно, персонально мои работы можно, наверное, смотреть только в Инстаграме. Что касается мозаики, я работаю в составе бригады. То есть, по сути, эта работа не моя, она... Не знаю, как это сказать правильно, да? То есть, эта работа не мои, я просто являюсь одним из участников бригады. Поэтому, ну, я могу, конечно, дать ссылки на инстаграмы, но, или там какие-то сайты, но это не совсем мои работы, можно так сказать.
Но все равно было бы прикольно. So most of his personal works are on his Instagram, and his other works, like for churches and mosaics, he's a part of the team. But if anyone's interested, and I'm very interested personally, he could send some links to these other works, which would be so cool.
Yes, yes, please do. Yeah, I'd love to see more.
Да, все очень хотят увидеть больше.
Yeah.
Ну, я могу кому-нибудь куда-нибудь отправить ссылки, если это интересно.
Да, может скинуть мне или Майку. Скинь
Да,
Майку, он в чат пишет.
да.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I know. What a small world. So now you guys are friends immediately.
Indeed.
That's awesome. Bringing the world together here today. So, well, thanks so much, Elvira. It's so great to see you and Vassy for the first time. We couldn't have done it without you guys. It's really hard to find translators. I had to, but you
Nice
know,
to see you too.
it's the beauty of sorcery. You know, it's international, and the artists are all over the world, and the fans are all over the world. So it's super fun. So, yeah, fans are asking for the links. Tell them to keep posting on Instagram. You too, Elvira. I know you do a lot of work outside of sorcery just for fun or whatever. I see you posting, so it's great to see.
Okay.
So,
Да, присылай ссылки, всем очень интересно, и очень круто, что ты наконец появился в эфире.
Да, спасибо большое, очень приятно.
All right. Thank you both
Thank
very
you,
much.
Thank you. Yeah,
Bye,
great.
Vassy.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Wow, that was cool, guys. What a small world. Same art school. Unbelievable. All right. So do I got to text somebody here? Hang on a second. So the last few were tricky. I got to get all right, give me a minute here. Let me take that off so you guys don't see me typing. I guess I should have left oh wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just in time, my man. Brian Smith.
Hey, Mike.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. It's very loud. I got a bad echo. Hang on.
Okay, hang on. I think I'm good now.
We should have tested it. Dude, I was trying to stall because you were up next and we're way ahead of schedule. I thought this was gonna take like 4 hours. But thanks for showing up, man. It's so awesome to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You know, it's 2023, and this is the first time I've ever done a video call on my computer or phone or anything. So just let me know if I'm screaming or if you can't hear me, anything like that.
No, whatever you did, it's perfect. It sounds great now.
Okay, good.
So what is this? We see this room that you like take your pictures in with your framed art and stuff, and you got like these cables hanging over the easel. It looks like a badass room. Like, what is this, like a basement or garage or something? Where do you work?
No, this is where I live. It's a small studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everything I need is right here. I got my bed, my computer, my easel.
Wow.
I'm good. Yeah. I don't need anything else.
That's awesome. And it seems like you work a lot. Do you just like paint all the time? Pretty much?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much all I do. But it's good. I mean, it's what I want to do. So
yeah. Yeah. So you were telling me like before sorcery, you didn't do a lot of commissions, right? You just do your own thing and you would sell it on social media and you just made a living out of that?
That's right. You know, I would do commissions, but I used to get a lot of requests for album covers and things like that. And, you know, a lot of times the requests were a little too specific. Sometimes people just didn't want to pay. You know, they would tell me it's good exposure, but I was never in a position where I could afford to do things like that. So
Sure.
There was I did some work for a band called Horrendous a while back, and then Eric contacted me, and that was really kind of what got the ball rolling, just doing the very first painting for sorcery. And it's just it's been a fun ride ever since.
Yeah. That's great. Do you know how like Eric discovered you? How did he first reach out to you?
I don't know, but I think I saw somewhere that he's a heavy metal music fan or a death metal fan. So maybe he saw that album cover.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask him, so I'll do that one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely I think he's from Sweden. You know, there's a big heavy metal scene out there. So he kind of grew up with that stuff. And yeah, I think that's how he probably discovered like Adam Burke and Seagrave, you know. Are you a Seagrave fan yourself? Did you know of him before Sorcery?
I did, and yeah, I love his work.
Yeah.
I saw the Color Out of Space promo card that he did and thought that is amazing. I bet that'll look great as a foil card.
Yeah, that was a cool surprise. Like that was recently announced. I didn't know that was done. Nor the Pudge Butcher. So how did the that Pudge Butcher, is that from like there's a fan that did the like card altar type thing? He sent it to Eric, and I forget if he told me he sold one to you. The guy that bought the Pudge Butcher from you.
Oh, Jared, yeah.
Yeah, Jared. Have you seen the card that he did with like
of course.
sculpture coming out of
it's
the Pudge
amazing.
Butcher?
Yeah, I was blown away when I saw that. You know, the little feet were a great touch, but I also liked how he gave it big hands. Like I really felt like he didn't just recreate it. I felt like he made it his own piece. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I guess he's got some artistic chops. He did like an altar, and he did he's into Warhammer. You know, they paint those little I don't know if you know what Warhammer is, those little figures.
He showed me some pictures. Yeah. They're really cool. I actually used a photo, a picture of his little sculpture as a reference for the promo painting. And it helped. It made me think I should start using more reference for paintings.
That's amazing. That's what I was going to ask you, because if you look at the backside of that, it's like the butcher's back and the little feet, you know, under them, what you incorporated. It looks so cool.
Yeah, Eric specifically requested to see the little feet. So
nice.
That was fun. That was a fun piece to do.
Yeah. So how did you we did like the written Q&A interview, and your references were like all this like really like edgy dark art, like some of them, you know, like have you just always been is that always been your style? Like how did you get into that style?
You know, that stuff, you didn't really see that kind of art until Giger's books came out in the late 80s. Before that, you would go to bookstores and you would just see the same artists over and over. But I think we talked about this in the interview we did before, where when I was a kid, you would see art everywhere on magazines, movie posters, skateboards. You know, there was just a ton of great art, and it was all hand done. It was before the digital age. So, you know, book cover illustrations. I mean, you know, even ads for cars and just anything. Everything was just really, you know, cool and colorful. And, you know, Frazetta's art was everywhere back then. It was all over magazines. But the darker stuff, you didn't really see that, I guess, until the late 80s, early 90s is when I think it started getting a little more popular.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that I definitely kind of gravitated towards that stuff. I was just thinking too, I remember one of the first art books I ever got was a Rodney Matthews book.
Oh, wow.
Back in the early 90s. Yeah. So it was, of course, exciting to see that he was a part of Sorcery.
Yeah.
You know, that was 30 years ago I had that book. I think I still have it.
Did you see Rodney on the show earlier, or did you just?
I didn't. I didn't know you were starting it so early. I caught your YouTube channel just, you know, maybe 20 minutes ago. So I'm glad I was able to make it.
Yeah, you know, you popped in just in time too, because like we're a little like ahead of schedule than I thought where we were going to be at. But yeah, Rodney was on a little earlier, and that was one of the surprise guests that I didn't tell any of the other artists or anybody else. So some of them were excited to see.
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, really nice guy, but that's cool. You're into his stuff. So, yeah, man. So, like, tell us about the debt dealer. Like, what did Eric ask for in that commission? The debt dealer next to you.
He wanted a dark silhouette, you know, a threatening figure. he wanted something completely different than the Frazetta piece, so people couldn't really make comparisons.
Yeah.
So I actually did some sketches for this one because I knew I wasn't going to try to outdo Frank Frazetta. I was just going to try to do my best painting. And I thought, if I could come even close to capturing some of the power of his piece, then it would be a successful one. But it was originally going to be a woman with a real tall woman standing on a big pile of bones. And I was, I never really sketch before I paint, but I was all into it. I thought, okay, this is actually going to work. I thought it was a good idea. And that is how I started painting it. And I was kind of doing the outline of the shape where this was going to be the dress down here. And as I was filling in that space, the head here was kind of left blank. And I thought, that kind of looks like a figure riding a beast. And when I'm painting, sometimes if I try to force something, it doesn't really work. So it seems like I have better luck if I just kind of go with the flow. So I thought it almost felt like someone wanted me to paint something like that. So I went with it. And it turned out to be, it was completely different than what I had thought originally. And I also thought, okay, it's a figure on a beast like the Frazetta, but it's also the front view. The colors are different. Mine, there's more of an emphasis on the demon beast than the figure. So I thought there was enough of a difference that it wouldn't really, I know people are going to make comparisons, but I don't think they're a whole lot alike visually anyway.
No. Yeah.
So
yeah, like that's what's awesome about it. Like I love his idea was to make it's like loosely a homage to the Frazettas in some way, but like not really. Like if you looked at just that painting and didn't know the correlation in the game, you would never make that connection. And that's what's cool about it. It's like, and you guys weren't even trying to do that. You just like kind of loosely had it in the back of your mind to have some like very high level loose resemblance, but otherwise it was like a new piece entirely, right?
Yeah, that's how I saw it. But yeah, I in the end it worked out. For me, it's about as good a painting as I think I've done, and I really didn't get a lot of time to do it. I think he said it had to be done within a month. And paintings are hit or miss. Some work, some don't. Some take months to do. Some take a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But I've done proofs that have taken me 3 or 4 weeks. But
Wow.
this one just kind of came together, which is rare for me. A lot of times I have to give up or sand off paint and just completely start over. But this one just fell into place almost every step along the way. And that's kind of a miracle. It really never happens for me. So
yeah. I love it. I love the red background and then kind of like the shadowy figure on the beast. And then the beast is like pretty awesome too.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well
the other day, I took a much closer look at Frazetta's Death Dealer. And, I've been seeing that image my whole life, but not until the other day that I really study the painting. And there's a lot of elements in that piece. The Death Dealer has a helmet. He has multiple weapons, the armor. What's interesting about that one to me is that so many of his other pieces have a ton of action in them. There's a lot of fighting, but the Death Dealer is one of his subtler pieces in that way. It's just a figure sitting on a horse. So he didn't need to do a lot of action or movement. There's no fighting. There's fire. But I think my favorite detail about that piece is the little tail, the horse's tail, how it's kind of whipping. It's not just hanging there.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the movement in that tail. So it's just something about that painting I really love, considering that the rest of it is so static.
Right. Yeah, I think like what's cool about yours is like the posture of the shadow beast on top is like I love the long sword just kind of like chilling on his back, and it's like holding it. What is that, like a doll or something? It looks like it's almost a
Yeah,
little demonic toy.
It is a person. It's a
Okay.
figure, but yeah, that's how I see it. That it's almost holding it like a doll.
Yeah, it's like
In the death dealer that I did, it looks like it's just kind of wearing rags. It doesn't have armor or helmet or anything. So I wasn't really thinking about that, but that's another way that it feels very different from Frank's piece. So
yeah, it's interesting because like the person it's holding or the doll thing is like gives it scale, like he's much larger and much more powerful, but then this beast has its enormity to it. So relative to that, it's tiny, but his posture it looks like pretty badass. Like so he's still, you know, in command of that beast or hanging
and
with
then
him.
there's the necklace with smaller figures. So there's a whole range of different sizes of creatures or figures.
Yeah, it's an incredible amount of detail too with the hanging figures around the necklace type dynamic. But
Thanks.
yeah, the red and black always works, I say. You know, makes it really pop.
Yeah. I just discovered a new paint before I did that. I forget what color it was, but it's just a really striking, kind of vibrant red. Really works.
Do you use like a certain kind of blue in a lot of yours too? Like I noticed in the porcupine fish, and some of like the I don't know if I gotta pull up your page because there was the is it the Alice Wanderers that kind of had a similarity? Hang on a second here.
Yeah, I use let's see, it's like a turquoise cobalt teal is what it's called.
Okay. Yeah,
a lot of those.
Like the Sky and Gross Poltergeist, Ice Lance, maybe Porcupine Pufferfish a little bit. I really love that too, you know, like
right, thanks.
It's a great texture and just like makes it look really vibrant against like a darker type concept. Works awesome. Nice, man. Well, it just worked out great. I'm so happy like you made it work. I know like you have some ancient technology with your phone and computer and stuff, but it's working just fine. Your studio looks great. You do masterful things with lighting. It's a cool vibe.
Thanks, Mike.
Is that like the star seeds like on the over the other wall too? The star seeds.
Yeah, that's
painting?
star seeds back there. That was the smallest piece that was used in sorcery.
Yeah, I was gonna say like relative to the Death Dealer, it's like yeah, much different size. How big is that Death Dealer? Do you remember off the cuff?
That's 24 by 30 inches.
Okay, I think you did tell me that. Wow, yeah, it looks massive, and the frame's really cool too. You do your own framing?
No, I buy these from a place in the neighborhood here.
Oh, cool.
They're kind of limited, but every now and again I discover a new style, and then I end up buying a bunch of those. Right now, I like these simple silver ones, but I'll end up getting something more elaborate for the Death Dealer piece because I think the frame won't overwhelm the image if it's bigger and has more going on with it.
Yeah. No, they work really well against your pieces too. Just a simple silver really accents the work itself. But awesome. Well, you want to open up? Let's open up a pack really quick. I only had I got two guests after you. I got one more, and then I have like a mystery guest, another mystery. So let me go back to the overhead cam because you've seen like your artist proof cards, and have you seen like many of the other cards, any of the foils or anything yet?
Yeah, I actually opened a box last night.
Oh, really? Beta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. The cards are amazing. I love them.
Yeah, you should try to find a way to learn how to play the game or something. Are you much of a gamer at all, or not so much?
No, I'm not.
Whoa, look at that! Look at that, man.
Oh, no way.
What are the odds?
That's amazing.
Unique rarity.
Wow.
That's crazy. Wow, I'm so
Very
happy I
cool.
pulled that. That's exciting.
I want one of those.
Yeah. So you didn't get one in a whole box? Well,
No.
It's a unique, so the odds are fairly low, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll end up buying a single.
Yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah, so sorry I interrupted you. What were you saying about gaming? You're not a big gamer?
Just that I'm not, but I'll definitely want to learn how to play sorcery at some point. It seems complicated to me, but everyone's playing it, so I'm sure
You know what it is? Like, I played it, Jarrett actually taught me how to play the game, the guy to buy your Pudge Butcher. And he's like a pro at it. He won the tournament at Gen Con, this big conference they call Gen Con.
I saw that.
And so I went to his house. He lives like an hour from me, and he taught me. And I was peppering him with questions for like an hour during that game. Because there's a lot of like rules to learn. Like, it's not like super overly complex, but there are like subtleties to learn and master. But it was a lot of fun. Even like through the learning exercise, you could tell the potential and how fun it is. But
yeah, I just need to get caught up. These guys are keeping me busy. But once I get caught up, I'll give it a shot.
Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like when the artist proofs came out, that was probably an inflection point on your popularity. Like, people were going nuts about your work and you were getting a lot of commissions for it. So I'm really happy for your success. Francesca Barald actually typed in here and said she's a fan of your work. So it's cool, like when the other artists are like fans of the other artists and discovering some of you like newer artists that haven't done games and things before.
Oh, for sure.
Really cool.
Yeah, I started putting together not trying to get a full set, but I was buying singles from my favorite piece from every artist in sorcery, and I think I got the Francesca that I was looking for. It was the book. I forget what it's called. The name of
the Book of Kells. I don't think that made it into Alpha. There was a sample card version of it.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's the Narcotic Manuscript, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that one.
Cool. Yeah, that's really nice. She did like an amazing artist proof of that one that she sent me, and I think we auctioned that one off, or are going to.
Nice.
It's kind of a blur, man. Everything is so busy, like it's kind of going fast, but it's going slow. Like, I really need to see the Arthurian Legends as soon as possible.
That's how I felt ever since that proof binder came in. It has been a blur.
Yeah.
I just had a ton of requests, and I wanted to come through for everybody. So I try to just kind of focus on getting those done and shipped away. And it worked out. I mean, for 3 or 4 months, I was pretty busy with those.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing a great job. Like, people are always showing your proofs in the Discords and on Facebook and stuff. They're really happy with your work and super popular. So
yeah, it's fun. I had no idea that all of this would happen. Proofs. I mean, it's definitely kind of a life-changing thing in a way.
Yeah.
And it's good too. I mean, I probably talked to 40 or 50 people that ended up buying them, and everyone's been really cool and supportive, and it's more than I would have ever even imagined.
Yeah, it's a nice community. Yeah, it really is. And like, I loved it. Like, people are falling in love with the artwork and really getting to know the artists is part of the fun. Like, sometimes in other games you don't get that type of intimate connection. And doing like appearances like this too, it's a big deal, to get your face out there, and a lot of fans here to hear you talk about your work a little bit. We'll have to do it again. Maybe you do like if you're up for it, maybe we'll do like a more longer form interview.
Yeah, now that I know this video actually works, we can do another one.
Yep. All right, man. I don't want to hold you up too long, but I really appreciate you coming on. Like, that piece is really hitting home with people. That Death Dealer, it's really exciting, and the beauty of it is that it has nothing to do with Frazetta at all, in my opinion. It stands alone as just like a great artwork. People are really excited about it.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out, and I did want to come through for everyone. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks again. I'll let you run, but we'll talk. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, thanks, Mike, and thanks again for everything.
Let me know if you
can't
find this. I'm happy to send this one to you too.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll pull some more. So I'll talk to you later about it.
We'll do a trade. Okay, thanks, Mike.
All right, man. Take care.
Take it easy.
See ya. All right, that was cool, guys. We got to meet a lot of new artists today that are different. We actually have two more artists, I think I said. So one is in like a very significantly different time zone. So I'm trying to like stall a little bit until hopefully they can make an appearance. So what we'll do in the meantime is we had a few giveaways to do. So let's go to the screen share again, and we'll do that and then we're going to finish strong with a little surprise here. Hopefully, we get the last artist. I didn't want to exclude anybody, so I want to do the giveaways to buy some time, and then hopefully they can make it, and then we'll finish with the last guest artist, who's going to spend a little more time telling you about the future of sorcery, so to speak. So hang on a second here. All right, the wheel of names. Should probably close that Facebook window so we don't get pop-up. Sorry, so this is the wheel. All right, so what we did here, hang on a second. Let me go to, I guess I could take the over. Yeah, so you don't see my keyboard. On the Facebook group, the Sorcery Contest Realm Community Facebook group, we had this like giveaway announcement contest type thing in the featured banner here where I asked, No Country Left Behind is what we called it. So like after the delays were announced, like I started feeling like pretty bad that I was going to open a box here on the channel while a lot of the world was waiting for their stuff. So to make it a more shared and fun experience, I said we'll try to do a giveaway on the show. So again, I'm going to do a giveaway of, I said if we hit these milestones, I'll do at least 2 boxes. We hit 2,700 members, so we're going to do 3 of the beta boxes. And then Simon generously offered to add 3 alpha boxes to that. So for the alpha, what I'm going to do after the event here or sometime later after I eat and get rehydrated and whatnot is I'll post on here once on the Facebook group. I'm going to ask you guys to come up with a flavor text quote for the new Pudge Butcher concept by Brian. And you just have to comment. I'll post a new Pudge Butcher card, and then you guys just like comment with your ideas on what would be like a cool, fun flavor text for that card. And then in the Collector Arthouse Discord, I'm going to do something similar. I'll create like a new channel and come up with a flavor text idea for a different card. I'm still thinking about like which one would be fun to do. Maybe the new Seagrave Color Out of Space, or the new Boris card, or something new that came with the beta release. So those will be 2 ways to win an alpha box. So 2 alpha boxes will be given away that way. And then the third box, I'm going to go back and look through the comments here and see who has been actively. So when I do these events, I can't even look at the comments. I just glance at them periodically, and I got to go rewatch the whole show to really get the full experience and have fun with it. So I'm going to go back and select somebody that's kind of been active and contributed in a fun, positive way to the event that we just had. And that'll be who the third alpha box goes out to. But for the beta boxes, we have, all right, so I did this contest. I asked all the countries affected. What am I doing here? This wheel, let's go back to, all right, the wheel's still there, thank God. So the No Country Left Behind post. I asked all the countries listed here, Canada, Europe, those impacted by delays, to comment here with what country you're from. And then I put all of your names on this massive wheel and came up with 185 people commented on that. So really great participation. That was pretty fun and exciting. And yeah, this morning I took like an hour to punch all of the names in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle. This shuffles the list, right? So the wheel doesn't spin yet. I will spin this wheel 3 times now because we're giving away 3 boxes. And whoever it lands on, I'll follow up with you on Facebook afterwards. And you guys tell me, you just give me your shipping address, and then I'll ship it to you at no cost. And that'll be it, right? So those are the beta. I'll follow up on the Sorcery Contest Realm Community Facebook group and the Collector Arthouse Discord with more information about how to win the alpha boxes, so you guys know. But if you want to join those forums, if you're just like a YouTuber and are not on Facebook or in the Collector Arthouse Discord, please join. All right, so here we go. Shuffling up, a bunch of shuffles. This is for the first beta box, spin number 1. And yeah, I should have had a pen ready to jot down the name, but we'll watch it back, or I'm sure you guys will hit me up and let me know. And it is David Schmidt out of Canada. So Canada, the luck of the Canadians. The Canadians got their alpha first, and then they were delayed first for beta. So karma, I guess. A 180 on the luck. All right, so I'm going to remove David from the wheel. He will get one of the beta boxes, and then we'll do another spin. Jake Cottonmouth from Italy. So Italy won. So I'll have to ask Jake, what's up with that non-Italian sounding name? Maybe he's one of these lucky Americans that gets to find a way to go live in Italy for a while. Or that could be a fake YouTube or Facebook name. It's kind of funny. Like a lot of people on Discord absolutely hate Zuckerberg and hate Facebook and absolutely refuse to join. But I push them and peer pressure them all the time to just make like a burner account or a dummy account so they can go participate in the fun community that we have there on Facebook and all the posting that myself and many others are doing there all the time. All right, so that was beta box number 2. We got Canada and Italy, so it's very nice. We got Canada and we got someone from Europe. And spin number 3 for the third box. And I'm still waiting for my beta boxes to come in, so I'll probably ship like sometime next week. I just had the one for today. Anto Taylor from England. That's great, man. I see him being very supportive all the time on the Sorcery Facebook group and on Discord. So I'm really happy he won. Congratulations. That's really cool. So we got UK, Italy, Canada. Sorry to all the non-winners. I always feel bad on giveaways. Not everybody can win, but that is really fun, exciting for those 3. Hopefully eases the anxiety of waiting a little bit. So, but it's all coming soon. You know, we're hearing rumors. I keep hearing more and more that they're showing up in parts of Australia, maybe New Zealand, or people are getting them from Team Covenant or the places you could pre-order, and it's starting to arrive through those means. And then hopefully the local distributors or the big distribution houses outside of that will start to get their stuff in hand soon, and you guys will all have it to enjoy for the holidays, hopefully. All right, so let's see. We don't have our second to last guest yet. So let me contact the other person. Oh, wait a minute. They're typing. All right. So I might be able to stall a little bit more. And what we're going to do is do the retailer giveaway. So let me grab that really quick. All right. So we had this print from Severon, and let me pull this down so you guys can actually see it. Remove that. All right. So this was it's in a, I'll talk about it in a minute. So it was in an acid-free bag for protection that Severon shipped it in. But what that was a concept with the 4 elemental avatars that were exclusive to Alpha, with the exception of these new sketch card inserts that we're seeing. And Francesca's new avatars replaced those in beta. So kind of as a homage to Alpha, as we look forward to beta, we worked on that concept idea. And then Severon had the idea to we wanted to incorporate the Ouroboros and the Philosopher's Stone in some way. So she had the idea to make it all black, like a deep, dark black, to make it like a eclipse. And then the symbology of the Ouroboros and then the gold flake that comes off it towards the avatars creates a idea or a concept of unity of the 4 maidens, as she calls them. So you have these 4 elemental avatars. The avatar of Earth is kind of like the matriarch or the mother. And then the other 3 avatars are the daughters. So they're interconnected. Like a familial concept, and it's really cool to have like her 5 iconic pieces all in one concept with the 4 avatars and the Philosopher's Stone. So what we did there again on the community Facebook group is I posted that and asked LGSs to chime in, and the condition is if you guys win, you have to hang that print in your store, and so that'll help Severon with publicity of her work and getting her great work out there for people to see, your people that come to your store. And also the promoting sorcery, getting the word out on sorcery to see the great artwork from sorcery. All right, so here we go with the spin. I think one of my AirPods just died, so this is going to get interesting pretty soon. All right, so let me shuffle it up. And then whoever wins this, these are different stores all around the world. Let me give a shout out to the stores. I don't know where they're all located off the cuff, but you could ask. They're on the Facebook group, the owners of these stores. You have Board in the City, CIC, Game of Gnomes. That's a good one. Commander Games, Dark Sphere, Card Merchant, Takapuna, and Midgard Games, Dramen. I think that one might have been over in Europe and Germany, if I remember correctly. All right, so let's give it a spin. Let me see. Dark Sphere. It looks like it's going to be. All right, let's see. Dark Sphere, congratulations. All right, I had the second to last artist just text me, and the final artist is gearing up here. So let's see if we could get a quick pack opening with the second to last artist, because I don't want to exclude anybody that we plan to get today. But thank you so much to all of the artists that came out and participated so far. It's been absolutely amazing. This was, I think we had, 14 artists, as I recall, from the first Alpha event, and it was like even more this time. So it was unbelievable. It came together fairly smoothly. Last time I had someone behind the scenes kind of coordinating and helping me out quite a bit with sharing the link, but all the artists were great today with coming in backstage without any hiccups, and we plugged you right in, and it went pretty smooth. So it's exciting. It's always a little nerve-wracking. I want to put on a good show for the big, exciting release. So thank you to everybody who donated a few hours of your time to participate. And if you bear with us, we're going to have 2 more artists, and then the grand finale at the end is going to be super fun. I think you guys are going to love it. A lot of people have been asking questions about this particular thing. I'll just stall and tease it for a little while we wait for the artists to come on. But there's been a lot of questions about what's coming next for Sorcery, and we don't know if it's exactly next or the timing or what's going on with it. But you're going to see some more amazing original artwork. So we saw we saw all of the original, the new original artwork on this event today. So we saw the 4 avatars from Francesca. We just saw the Death Dealer from Brian. We saw Vincent Pompetti's Ruler of Thol, the new Frazetta artwork. We saw Jeff Menges with the Violimp. And which one did I forget? Did I forget any? Let me know in chat. The Ruler, the Death Dealer. Oh, the Egyptian Queen, of course, from Drew, which, yeah, I forgot because I wasn't expecting to see that one today. So it was super cool that Drew had that at the ready. I know it's already sold, and he's probably going to be shipping it off soon. So that was a pleasant surprise. Man, we saw all the original paintings today. Really exciting and cool. So let's see. A couple of guys are saying, "Hey, Angel Valencia, thanks, man. I saw he posted yesterday that he was waiting for the show to start." So he was waiting. All right, here we go. I stalled long enough. Wait, let me take off that. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing?
Hi, Mike. How's
Great
it going?
to see you. Yeah, I'm
Good
so
to
glad
see
you
you
could make
too.
it. We
Oh my
made like
goodness.
I could have sworn you were going to be like 3.5 hours into the show, but somehow we went fast. And
I was not expecting it. Sorry. So, how did you do that? How did you manage to
I don't
speak
know.
through all those artists? Now, Mike, you're going to understand this. I might have kids coming into the room because
Yeah, no problem at all. That's
Yeah.
good. Mine make
How's
cameos
it
all the
going?
time. It's going great. Yeah, we saw. You'll have to watch it back because it was really exciting. We saw like a lot of artists, almost everybody that I showed you in the lineup, and just you were sleeping, because it's massively different time zone. But we had Rodney Matias was the surprise guest earlier on.
Oh, awesome.
And then there's going to be a surprise after you too, if you can get the kids under control and enjoy it or watch it with
I
them.
will do that. I will 100% do that because I saw that there was going to be another mystery guest. Okay, I'm on board for that.
Yeah, and actually, so you have the Arthurian Legends painting there. Do you want to talk about that really quick?
Talk about which? Sorry.
Your new Arthurian. It's all right. You got to trick them somehow.
Yes. Yeah. See, this is why the 9 o'clock was going to be the handover to Dad to feather me.
It's all good.
Just a minute, honey.
I'm going to start opening the pack.
There we go.
Take your time.
Hey, so Arthurian Legends.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about your new Arthurian Legends piece you revealed.
Yes. Yeah. So I've got it right here. It's actually just gotten home because before that it was, let's see, find some better lighting here. There we go. Get you some nice close-ups.
Yeah, wow, that looks great. So much different, like seeing it live than in a picture, but I love the vibrancy of that blue background. That's super cool.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I was pushing some different color choices this round. Was really wanting to explore some new stuff, But it was a really fun piece, this one, and anything that I did in Arthurian Legends was cool because I felt like I got to explore a little bit historically. And and so for this one was actually the Ninth Legion was based on an actual, I don't know if you've heard of them. Have you heard of it?
No, I hadn't. No, it's new to me.
Very cool. So like there's, of course, Eric doesn't give us heaps to go on, but like I just started, he gave us enough to where it was a trail and I started reading more and more about it. And it's fascinating. It's this legion, this Roman legion that was one of the most feared, the most well known. It was kind of the one that they called on for their biggest jobs. And I think now I'm trying to remember because it's been a little while, but they were actually there's a huge mystery surrounding what happened to them because, like I said, they're this extremely competent legion of soldiers, and they were on the outskirts. They're still trying to historically place where they were when they pretty much entirely disappeared. So there's a lot of legend surrounding like what happened to them, how they could have just all disappeared sort of without a trace. So definitely a lot of ideas that kind of flew around about them being that they were all wiped out in one big go, so that they became this kind of ghost army. And I jumped on the idea, of course, when Eric presented it to me because I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look that up and research. Hopefully, there's some good YouTube content because I'm not much. I always joke like I hate reading. I don't have time for it, and I have no attention span for it. So I'm not gonna go read an Arthurian Legends book, but I'll watch plenty of YouTube.
Yeah. Well, there should be some stuff on YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet there is.
Put it in your earbuds.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to show us that. And let's take a look at a pack really quick. And thanks for your flexibility again. Like I can't believe we're like an hour ahead of my prediction.
Yeah.
Francesca's polymorph. That's cool.
Awesome.
I don't know if we've seen. I feel like we haven't. I don't know. You know what? There you go. Beast of Burden.
Oh, nice.
I feel like we've been. I only got through like half the box. It's kind of funny because it's like advertised as a box opening event, but I'm not really paying attention to the cards. So maybe I'll just go enjoy that off stream later.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I think you got much better at being streamlined opening packs. That's probably a big difference too, Mike.
Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Yeah.
Are you? Have you seen any of the cards in person yet, or not quite yet?
Any of the you mean from beta?
Or either did any of the alpha cards or beta cards?
Oh, you know.
Besides, you have the artist proofs.
Only the artist proofs.
Okay.
I know. I need to get a hold of more than that. It's ridiculous. I've been kind of waiting to see what would happen if we might be able to get some. So
I think you will, sooner or later, and it'll be fun to see the foils in person for the first time. Really cool.
Love to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. So do you I've been asking all the artists, again, you haven't seen any of it, so everything's new to you. But I've been asking all the artists, like as we go, like do you make you just did a big show locally. Do you do a lot of different appearances and shows, or is that kind of a one-off?
When I was a long time in the film industry, that I made a lot of friends with artists in the film industry who do tend to do some shows, and so this has become an annual one, the Skullduggery show, because it's near Halloween, and so they kind of do everything sort of dark, creepy themed. But it's a good group of artists in Wellington, New Zealand, and so they do tend to hold the odd show. I don't often hold a big show on my own. It's been years since I've done that, but I've considered it with especially with the big groups that I end up doing for sorcery. It would be kind of fun to exhibit them all together.
1 second, I lost my AirPods finally died on me.
Oh no!
I got to change the audio feed.
Okay, is it?
Right.
Can you hear me?
If I can figure this out.
Good boy.
Put you on that. Can't believe my AirPods couldn't last like 3 hours. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, good.
You think I'd be more tech savvy? All right.
The chair.
I might have to watch my own. Are you muted? Or are you talking?
I am talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so something's messed up on my side.
Think.
1 sec. The microphone should be good. No.
Busy Friday. Do you want to pop out here? I'll come right out and make you some toast, baby. Toast. Okay. I'll come out and make you some toast. Can you wait just 1 more minute?
All right. So what I'm going to do. All right. While my AirPods recharge, I think I'm going to have to watch my own show on YouTube. So I can actually hear you. Let's see if that actually plays audio through the computer.
Watch your own show.
All right. It's working.
So I can actually hear you. Let's see if that actually plays audio through the computer. Watch your own show. So are you going to be hearing everything on delay?
All right. Are you hearing an echo when I talk?
No, it's not too bad.
You don't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. There's just a big delay.
Oh, no.
I have no backup plan.
No backup plan. Oh, no, but you can.
I guess I'll let you run.
Well,
And then
you can use me as a sacrifice to sort it out before your special guest.
yeah. The next guest, I'll let him just do his own presentation of sorts because a big talker, and then I'll let him talk for a good 5 minutes while my AirPods charge. And then the show must go on because it's going to be a big deal. It'll be fun for you guys to see. Well, thank you very much, Lindsay, for being on. It was a pleasure seeing you. Thanks for your flexibility.
No worries. Thanks. It's really nice to be here. Nice to talk to you, Mike. And I'll keep watching to see this guest.
Take care.
You too.
All right, guys. So we got a massive delay. We got an AirPod crisis. So all right, for the next guest, this is as much for the fans as the guest. And my feed's messed up. So hang on. Give me 1 moment to restore my camera. Hey, I'm back. I'm almost back. All right. So I'm going to introduce the next guest, and then I'm going to put him on there. And while my AirPods recharge, I'll let him do his own thing for a few minutes. He doesn't need me. He's a great entertainer, a very charismatic guy. And then after a few minutes, after he does an extensive introduction and buys me time, I will reinvigorate the AirPods, and then I'll talk with him a little bit. But he's got a great story. He's coming in incognito, and he's going to introduce himself. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to you. Here we go. And we're live.
Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry, dude. You had to crash at the very end. That's all right, because the Dragon Lord himself is in the house. I'm watching this and I'm going, he's lost his earbuds. That's okay. I'll take over, brother. And me and the Dragon Lord here will do just fine. Anyways, hello, everybody. Hello, sorcery fans out there. Mike had me come on because, well, we're going to talk about the future. It's been a while since I've been on Mike's show. We were initially talking about, when I was last on Mike, about the project of a mini set. So I've been in between health crises that took me out for about 4 months with surgeries. And then again, being on the road to my usual show circuit. I lost about 6 months to 7 months of the year. However, I made up for it pretty fast. So we're moving right along. I've done just about finishing the 7th painting. So Mike had contacted me and said, hey, it'd be cool if we could like showcase and get a sneak peek or a quick preview of something you've been working on your Dragon Lord mini set. So I said, well, geez, I said, you're going to have to talk to Eric about that. So needless to say, Mike said, all right, I'll reach out to him. And generally speaking, Eric is a very busy guy. Doesn't always get back to everybody in a prompt fashion because there's so many people that are reaching out to him. And sure enough, like within an hour, Eric got back to him and said, yeah, tell Eddie he can go ahead and reveal a couple of paintings. So I'm like, ooh, 2 paintings. Oh my. So when I had to pick the 2 pieces that we're going to reveal here, and I'm going to take you through the sketch process and show you those, as well as the finished, fully painted pieces. These are the ones that are based on a storyline that I wrote back in 2010. So I wrote a story about the Dragon Lord. It's actually been around since I created my custom hot rod van of the same name, Dragon Lord. That character that is on that van, that is the creator of all dragons and other creatures, is basically the storyline that I wrote. Everything I do, no matter what it is, especially with all the different freelance licensed products that I have, whether it's dragon calendars, t-shirts, cell phone covers, whatever. Anytime I do a piece of art, I always create a storyline, a biography, a background. And in this case, the Dragon Lord story, that was a very in-depth, lengthy story that I wrote in 2010. And I just, other than the van, I really didn't do much with it as far as the individual paintings. So when Eric came to me asking me if I would do a set of dragon-related stuff, but incorporating other things too, I went, well, geez, how about we work together and utilizing my story that I created and how maybe you could incorporate the basic ideas and concepts of those stories I wrote into the gameplay. And so he's done an amazing job at that. In fact, he gets very excited when I showcase a new piece and I tell him the background story of it. And he goes, oh, I can definitely see how this will work with this mechanic and, this concept and how it all synergy wise works together. So that's what I'm here for today. I'm the final guest to bring you on to the future now that we've seen so much great art from beta. And of course, Alpha's out. And that the beta is now going to be presented pretty much everywhere this week. I guess a lot of people are picking it up now. I know Arthurian Legends is on deck. That'll be coming up hopefully sometime next year early. But in any case, my set, my little, call it a cameo / mini set, will fit in there somewhere next year. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Eric and I have been talking. Everything's kind of like on a floating schedule, if you will. So it worked out really good for both of us. So since Mike is still waiting on his earbuds to be charged, I will take you to see the first process, which is the sketch process of the 2 pieces that we're going to reveal today. I will show you, though, the Dragon Lord himself, which we already debuted on Mike's show last year, just to give you a refresher of what the Dragon Lord really is. So let me go ahead and flip the camera over. So I just have to do a quick setting adjustment here. Let's see. Hopefully we won't have any tech issues here. All right. Okay, great. Taking you on a roundabout tour here. We're in the studio. This is the mini studio, by the way, guys. This is called the Dragon Lord's mini studio. This is the Dragon Lord himself, the preliminary sketch that was done last year that, pretty much everybody saw. This was the intro to the set. The Dragon Lord himself is kind of like, almost like a Galactus, but he's not an eater of worlds. He's a creator of worlds. He's a creator of all kinds of mythic beings and creatures. But he creates the corporeal, the physical beings. And so he has to create, or he has to bring in or work with other elemental beings, which can bring life and spirit forms and so forth. So what we're seeing here is the spirits. These are the sketches of the spirits of some of the dragons as they're moving around. And he, of course, is creating the energy and the life force. And together, they work together with another mythic creature, which I won't tell you about right now, but it is a painting in the set. They bring the spirit into the physical corporeal being. So let's go over to the preliminary sketch of where all of this takes place. I'm trying to handle this while I'm maneuvering these large sketches. Okay. What you're looking at right here is the Dragon Lord's lair. Now, this is the place in which all things are created. This is where the Dragon Lord resides. And it is an elemental
castle or an elemental keep. It has every element you can imagine. On this side, we have more of the fire and the lava. On this side, we have the spring, the water. It goes into the different seasons and, of course, into ice and winter. So let me back up again. This was the preliminary drawing for the Dragon Lord's lair, which is the landscape scene. You can see where you have the merger of the two, all the elements. You see very barren over on this side. You have lush life on this side. The main chamber, which is, you can see this is defined by what looks to be these crystals. These are actual organ pipes. So we also have the element of sound involved here. And that's a crucial one, because sound, and when the Dragon Lord himself plays upon this elemental organ, it opens up a rift in time and space and brings forth the spirits that will be then inevitably occupy. So in this area here, not only is this where the Dragon Lord performs his music that opens these channels at specific frequencies, they are all channeled through this area up here, which is the crystal egg. And from that, the rift opens up and the spirit of each and individual element that will occupy the physical corporeal being that the Dragon Lord created comes forth. So this is your preliminary sketch for that painting. Now what I'm going to do, and I'll try to do this without tripping over my own stuff, we're going over to my easel. There's my paints, lots and lots of paints. Now we're at the easel, and I'm going to pull the canvas of the Dragon Lord lair out, if I can, without tripping and falling on myself. All right, guys. So, without further ado, we present to you the first reveal of the Dragon Lord's lair. And there you have it. So, as I said, elemental, which means it possesses just about everything. But it isn't just fire, water, air, earth. It also is sound. It is electricity. There's the Goth that's opening up the rift, if you will. So let's go in a little bit closer. Remember I told you about this side being the lava and the heat. This is the fire and lava. This is the very raw creation, volcanic eruptions. This is kind of like it would be an alternate Earth. And you have the elemental dragon, the fire dragon. The dragons reside along with him. Here we have a storm or a lightning dragon. Very much, you've got a kind of an obsidian feel here. By the way, I hide things. Like if you look closely, there's a little elf face there on the side profile. You've got the main crystal egg, which is where the energy is channeled. Then you have these crystal pipes that are emerging from lower crystals, and they go all the way up. Now we get into, on this side, you can see right down the middle, it splits. Very barren, just starting to create life, and then very lush with life on this side. Waterfalls. Goes into the spring. You have the earth dragon. Then you get into the different seasons. Fall starts to get into a little bit of a thaw, and then you get into a great snow, winter, and ice. So you have the ice dragons here. And if you look really closely, oh, it's a little snowman. So I love to hide things in my pieces. In fact, over here on the lava side, you'll see an angry little tiki guy right there. An angry little tiki god. So that is your first reveal for the Dragon Lord mini set since the Dragon Lord himself, which, by the way, I think I might have the Dragon Lord full painted color piece here with me. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, I do actually. Well, while I've got it, I might as well show it to you. I know I showed you the black and white sketch, but here is the actual Dragon Lord himself in full color. Let me see if I can put that right here. There we go. He's badass. I mean, he really commands. He's got tremendous power. He is an omnipotent, but he is a creator. So he's a very benevolent, not malevolent. And you can see the spirit of the fire dragon, the spirit of the earth, different elements, ice. So he's at this point conjuring and creating and getting ready to fuse the spirit with the physical corporeal beings. All right. So we've already shown this one back last year. You have now seen the Dragon Lord's lair. Let's move back over to the sketches, and we're going to show you painting number 2, which is really crucial because the reason I picked this number 2, this particular painting for number 2, is because it's inside the Dragon Lord's lair. This is the birthing chamber. Now, this is the preliminary drawing. This is inside. You can see the inside of the cave and that very centerpiece where the crystal pipes are, the organ pipes. These are the crystal organ pipes. And at the very center, you have this dragon egg. And in this dragon egg, and I'll show you in color, you'll understand why this is such a special event. You'll see the mother dragons of all the different types. You've got your storm or electric dragons. You've got your ice dragons. Down here, you have your water. Over here, you have your earth. And then finally, your fire and ram's head. So this preliminary sketch, this is kind of like the birthing area. This is the great celebration, almost like I guess it would be like kind of a, well, I mean, basically, when babies are born, they have celebratory events, right? So you got I'm forgetting the name. It's been about 32 years, 27 years to 37 years since I've had this from our kids. But baby shower, that's what I'm thinking for. This is kind of like the baby shower, and it's just about ready to get hatched. So this was the preliminary drawing. Let me show you the full color. Going back over here, I'm going to remove the Dragon Lord's lair. And again, what you just saw in the preliminary sketch takes place right inside here. This is that chamber, but it's way back. This has a lot of depth. This is, I mean, hundreds of feet back. So you can imagine how big that chamber is. Let me move this painting out of the way. And we're going to bring forth the reveal number 2. And here we have it. The dragon egg. And again, this is inside the chamber of the Dragon Lord's lair. The Dragon Lord himself, which will probably be on this side where the great organ stands, kind of like almost a Phantom of the Opera effect, but he's not nefarious. He's like I said, he's a creator. But when they're channeling this energy, all this lightning and energy force, this is the signature of the life force occupying and entering that physical corporeal dragon, which, by the way, is a chromatic dragon. So we have all of these. That's why it's such a special event. You know, you have your storm dragon, you have your ice dragon. As you get down into here, by the way, you note even inside the pit of the birthing chamber, you still have some of the natural elements going on right up against each other. You've got water, you've got lava, crystals forming, earth, life, everything happening. This entire castle is living. It's a living keep castle or lair, as I like to call it. Here we have the earth dragon, and then finally the red ram's head fire dragons. So, you know, it's a little bit of a prismatic effect, a little bit of a rainbow, little different colors going on, little pinks, purples, and greens. It's a translucent egg. And for a couple of reasons. One, when I was trying to figure out how can we present a dragon egg, but that's still cool enough that you can see, you know, the dragon inside, I figured got to make it somewhat transparent. And with all of the light source coming from this right up here, where you have your stalagmites, stalactites coming down. This is right just before that big crystal egg that's way up above that you saw in the painting. That's right here, actually. So what you're looking at is just below there. But this is a very, very special dragon. So this is a chromatic, in effect. But he's actually of gold. So when I come up with the title, well, I do have that. I'm not going to reveal it right now, but we do have a title that references gold. So that is your second reveal of the pieces that I'm doing for the Dragon Lord mini set, which is my mini set that will be attached to the Sorcery TCG at some point in the future. But this is your little reveal. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and see if Mike has regained his earbuds. So give me a second for that. I'm just going to move down here real quick. Front camera. Hey, there it is. Okay, spinning around. Whee! I took you guys on a whirly whirl. I do that with my Patreon, which, by the way, that's where all these paintings are being done. So if any of the Sorcery TCG guys would like to check out this stuff being done live, you know, from the sketch process all the way to the finished piece, you can get me at Patreon/artist@edbeardjr for Junior. And that's how you can follow me on Patreon. We do 3 giveaways every month. Some really cool prizes, including a artist proof card every single month with a drawing on the back of it. So lots of cool stuff that we do on our live Patreon. And that is where all this magic is taking place. So there you go, Mike. Can you hear me?
Nice.
Oh, I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Your earbuds are back on, huh?
Yeah, I was watching you on YouTube. I knew you were very capable talking. You didn't need me at all for any of that. So amazing. The beauty of it is I was just sitting here relaxing, watching the chat, and people were absolutely loving your storytelling and flipping out about the artwork and super excited about the future of sorcery, which was the point, right? We just celebrated beta. I only opened half the box. It's kind of funny because we were just talking so much with the artists. It was a lot of fun. So I'll enjoy the rest of that box later. But the whole idea was to celebrate the release of beta and then look forward to the future. So we don't know what's coming first, mini set or Arthurian Legends or vice versa, but we know it's coming, and you're 75% of the way through painting the set. So that's super cool. A couple guys said they joined your Patreon already and are excited to see you paint live. So yeah, it's a good experience to see those last few. I was pumping you up there and saying, it's really fun. You guys do a great job on the Patreon, you and your daughter and your wife and your son from time to time. Great, very talented family. And I really appreciate you being on and telling the stories. It's awesome.
Absolutely, Mike. Thanks a lot for having me on and being able to give us a little sneak peek. Yeah, I mean, tonight at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing another 4 hours, finishing up painting 7. So that's that's over across the way. So
yeah, great. Yeah. I know you've been very busy with shows, and I missed some of your Patreon episodes here and there. So I'll definitely try to check it out tonight. That's cool.
Yeah, it's the final stages of that painting, that last one we talked about. So, and then we'll be on, just the last 3, which are kind of cool. I might even, I'm actually considering, I've got so many things that I created character-wise in this storyline. I know that Eric has mentioned when I've showcased a couple of other pieces that I've done recently. In fact, we just had a sorcerer that I did, very Merlin-esque. So he said, nice. He mentioned, he goes, hey, maybe we could do this as a promo. So we'll see. We got to get, it's tough to get to be nailed down.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. One thing I tell you is great. Eric really embraces the concepts and the storylines, and he has got so many cool things planned to incorporate this into the sets. I'll throw him some of the storyline I have, and he goes, oh, I can see where I can make this work and that work. Yeah. And he does have some really great suggestions and concepts and ideas about, when I get into the preliminary drawing process, I give him a really good description of what's happening. And he'll, like this one here, the dragon egg, it was, we were at first it was just going to be an egg, and I kept saying, I got to find a way to make it so that you can see more than just a ostrich looking egg, a dinosaur egg, and translucent, but at the same time bring in more of a scenic thing to be able to explain where is this happening, and so we chatted back and forth about that, and he was very helpful on that, and just about everything that I was doing along the way. He's just been he's good when it comes to that. He gets totally into it, very excited, but everything has been a kind of a soft schedule. Let's see how evolve and whatnot. So many of my collectors have said, give me a timeline. What do you got? I said, I don't have one. I said, I'm working. I'm sure I'll have the paintings done by January, or probably January, February is what I'm thinking. But that's on my. So we'll see.
Right. Yeah, and like getting a full set out. Like this beta is largely a reprint of Alpha. There were changes to these pre-constructed decks, which are kind of like learn to play decks. But otherwise, like all the play testing is, I presume, like predominantly done for Alpha and Beta. And then like to release that next set, Arthurian Legends, that's a major undertaking to introduce all these new cards and make sure it's going to work in the game and work with the existing card set. So I think that's, if I had to guess, that's probably been the focus while you've been painting. But that's cool to hear, like the interplay between the artwork and how the card and the artwork like affects the gameplay. The experience you have playing the game is amazing attention to detail in that regard with this game. And I'm sure that's what all like art directors for all these TCGs do. But it's just like so much attention to detail from the title, the artwork, the type line text, even the flavor text, how the card works. It's all tightly correlated. And then I know you were kind of in and out earlier watching, but some of the artists talked about how they've tried playing the game. And now they're thinking about, as they're painting or as they're coming up with their concept, they're thinking about like how it's going to work in the game too. And I think that kind of give and take between artist and Eric is very fascinating because it affects like maybe your approach, your concept. Probably not in your case because you already have like a very tight story. But if you're commissioned to do Arthurian Legends or future sets and things like that, it'll be interesting to see what that dynamic is like between yourself and Eric and the team. And
Eric
fleshing out these ideas.
Eric expressed an interest in one of the paintings I had done in the last 6 months, which was Arthurian, and just happened. He had indicated at first he would like to add it to the set. I haven't heard back from him a while about it. I've asked him, he's focused on a lot of other things. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Part in the set, we'll see. But other than that, the biggest thing, he's good at tweaking the painting, the concept that I give him. So I'll give him a basic story. He'll say, what do you got for me? He really gave me total creative freedom in this set because he knew it was on a storyline that I wrote, and I had many characters and whatnot. But how does it all incorporate in to work with his game? And so I'll say to him, here's what's up next. This is the, what it's going to be. Some of them don't require a lot. They can be worked right into the sets with no problem. But others, because of the storyline, especially something like this, he really likes this one. This is something that he has very specifically plans for, and that how it works and integrates with the gameplay, but also how the storyline also works with the set that, the storyline that he's already got kind of in the background, the whole flow, synergy of that set. How does it work with my storyline? So he that's where he tweaks it. So we'll start off with that back and forth communication, and he'll say, all right, can we do this, this, and this? And I went, well, yeah, that'll work with my storyline too. So ironically, it's kind of like expanding even around peripheral, bringing in different things that I wouldn't have necessarily brought in if I was just going to draw my own storyline piece and I was only going to focus on the one thing. But it's really cool because that's where we're bouncing off each other a little bit. So I can tweak these, really work with the game. So it's a very unique situation.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like such an incredible amount of detail. Like that Dragon Lord's layer is like unbelievable as you're zooming in. So how much of that translates to a small card is going to be very interesting. And maybe you'll do jumbo cards or something like that would be cool. So we could fully appreciate the detail. But one thing I want to say is like some of the guys in chat were saying they want to buy prints of those and things like that. Are those exclusive to Patreon right now? Or is there a way to go and purchase like the Dragon Lord, the Dragon Lord layer, and the others that you revealed today?
Yeah. So obviously we're trying to keep things like today. I mean, you've done a reveal. So up to this point, we have publicly talked about the connection to the Sorcery TCG or the Dragon Lord mini set. It's been only for Patreon. My Patreon members, they know that this is kind of on the NDA, or let's just call it, it's within our community, because that was one of the deals that I worked out with Eric. I said, look, I got a lot of artwork to do and I have to do this stuff live, and I have obligations to my collectors with Patreon. So I don't have, it's going to have to be done within that group. And he was like cool about that. Yeah. And my members, which I think I got like 102 members actually, but only about 58. Okay. And those people that tune in, they're 100% cool. These are people that understand, they're paying $5 a month to be able to see stuff that no one else gets to see. But now that we've revealed this, now I can actually say, okay, this is a sneak peek of one of the pieces. And I do have a print of that actually.
Okay.
I do not have a print of this. But if you, all they got to do is reach out to me on my website, edbeardjr.com. So it's edbeard, BEARDJR.com. And just send a quick email and say, hey, look, I saw this on that, Mike Servati's Collector Arthouse, and this is really cool. But yeah, you're right, Mike. This is never going to be seen in its fruition on a card. Yeah. It's cool. Right. I have reduced it, by the way, printed it out, and it looks great. But want hidden objects, and you're never, it just looks like a cool, like a layer. But what you see in the full scale painting and in the print, because the print's large, it's a 22 by 26, so you can see all that detail, and that's the kind of it is. You're getting two birds. I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. It's effective for the card, but it is a whole new world of seeing things when you see it at life size.
And the prints are amazing. I've been in your Patreon for a while now and got a couple of the prints that you showed, and they look incredible. And that's part of, it's totally fair your approach. That's part of the value proposition. You just $5 a month. That's nothing. You join the Patreon, you have access to that stuff before anybody else does. And I know you do like the artist proof series. It's limited in number, and then the larger print run. So it's cool to get in early and see it. Like that Dragon Lord one you sent me, unbelievable, man. It's incredible. And the Dragon Lord itself and in the layer, though, is just like the very large landscape type format, and just seeing it full up with all the detail. It's absolutely incredible. I was really excited when that showed up.
Yeah, that was a great challenge for me. I hadn't done a castle full scale horizontal in 25 more. And I was going to be great because I mean, it's going to finally give me a chance to not just do a castle, but make it something that's unique that isn't really out there, a total elemental version where it's literally alive, you know, kind of thing. And it was so cool when I was painting it because it was like every section of the castle became a different painting. And, you know, that is what when I'm doing it. I mean, this is all done 100% live. So you know, when you come to the Patreon, you're literally seeing me from a blocked in blob generating it into shadows and light and three-dimensionality, and that's all happening right in front of you because I don't do any of this off camera. Everything I'm doing is, you know, for content live on camera, which is one of the things that for me, I think we had that 1 month that I did the Dragonlord Lair, I had over 250 hours of Patreon content. So between that and my giveaways, you know, especially that drawing, when I do that live drawing on the back of the artist proof cards, that's a pretty cool value if you're only paying $5 a month and you.
I mean, I think more artists should do this because it's like very rare privilege to see the process, especially for us that are like hardcore into sorcery, to actually see those paintings being made. The art enthusiasts that absolutely love the art. It's super exciting for one to get the early look at some of the art happening, but seeing how it's done, it just blows my mind. I remember, I think it was last time I had you on the show to do an interview, or maybe on one of your Patreon episodes, I was asking you, like, what are you looking at? Like, how are you coming up with those ideas? And you're like, oh, it's just all in my head. Like, you had no reference model or anything. And I was like, how the hell do you know what to do with like every little brush stroke? And then you do the airbrushing and stuff to kind of smooth it out and lay in the detail. It's like unbelievable.
Were you there when we did this and we actually polled the audience to decide what colors dragons were going to be? And
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
I do that all the time. So when I'm working on these, I mean, any one of these dragons could have been switched color-wise. You know, I didn't have to have that exact color in that spot. This dragon, I could have had this one over here, this one over there. But I always try to involve my audience because it's like, guys, if I have 50 of you or 25 of you on, and you're all predominantly saying, do this one first, do that color, I think I liked it. In fact, down here, it was our friends, the Narrowmores, who I believe they're on your stream. They're on your YouTube channel now. This guy here, this was actually Mary. I said, you know, I've got so many colors. What's left? I got to do a combination. Maybe we can do, and I'm thinking, well, I can do yellow, I can do green, I can do brown with what color, you know, inside the membrane of the ears here. We're going to go purple, we're going to go orange. And they said, go with the green and the purple, make it a lime green. And I'm like, that's a great idea. So you got to listen to your audience. But I mean, for me as an artist, getting, you know, all this input from the public, which is the most important thing, because after all, I'm not doing these paintings for me. I'm doing them for you. And to get some real time. And that's the other thing. Yeah. Every painting I do, unless it's very specific and I'm obviously being told this is what I have to do for a publisher, there's a lot of creative freedom and lateral ability to just say, hey, what do you think? And that's what I love to do. You let the audience decide.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's a major undertaking to do 10 pieces and to do like to the level of detail that you're doing is a rare privilege. Like one of the takeaways when I was at the IX art show talking to the artists, they said they're seeing the work that the other artists are doing and it's really making them up their game. But the other thing is since you guys own the copyright, it's like incentivizes you to go spend more time to do as much detail and quality as possible because you have many more ways to monetize it, you know, to sell, you know, print it out however you like, prints, or you do all types of things like blankets and tapestries, and there's all Zippos, like all types of things where you could use that artwork. So that's why I think that all contributes to how sorcery is really top of the line, you know, traditional hand painted, but it's not like these, and I'm not trying to criticize other games in this point, but when you have to produce for games that are putting out sets every 3 months, you can't invest the time even if you wanted to, because you got to hit deadlines, but you also own the copyright. So, you know, that's an incentive to really do that level of detail. That painting behind you is unbelievable. I can't get over it.
No way. When I worked for Wizards of the Coast and the 115 cards I did for them, the largest one I ever did, 11 by 14 or somewhere around that ballpark, they never paid enough to justify doing it. And secondly, they own copyright. Dead in the water to me. So when Eric came up with this concept, first off, all hand painted, I was like, oh my God, that's never going to happen again. It's been 30 years since an entire product was hand painted. It had to be, you know, before really Photoshop developed CS1. I mean, it was a way, way back.
So 94, right? And I used to art direct. I art directed for Z-Man Games and several game companies. So I know when everything went digital. So that alone was a seller for me, just for the nostalgia of it, as someone who only hand paints, because that's what I love to do, because I like these one-of-a-kind original paintings to be hanging on collector wall. But the other thing, like you said, being able to own the copyright means now I can actually monetize this, because I do. That's going to be a blanket. That's going to be a kick butt. This Dragon Lord's Lair is going to be a kick butt horizontal tapestry that's going to go on someone's wall. You know, so it's going to be a throw blanket. I can see that as a whole bunch of different products, but not every piece will work well or is conducive to a product, but a lot of them are. So yeah, now you have other ways to earn income. It helps the artist become more successful. Certainly, we're going to, like you said, I look at the size format that I'm doing these. This is 4 times larger than anything I did for Wizards of the Coast, and I'm doing it because it's for me. You know, it suits the purpose for the cards and any other promotional purposes, but it now is this magnificent piece that can be hanging on someone's wall. They can keep. It's a one-of-a-kind forever, and it's awesome to produce into different products because I'm doing it large enough that when I do reproduce it on a large format like a throw blanket, you know, size of a queen size bed or something, it's still going to look crystal clear. So you're right. This was the genius behind what Eric did, is that he celebrated the artist in a huge way. He was a big fan of the old school hand painted, and then offered contracts that are extremely favorable that allow the artist to, if they're business savvy enough, you know, to actually make things that could work for them down the line. And the more successful the artists are, the more they're going to be ambitious to do their best work. There's no question that there are pieces here that are my benchmarks. They're way better than anything I did for Wizards of the Coast. And it's just because I own the copyright. I know this is going to be something for my future. And yeah, this was another genius. And I know a lot of competitors out there are like, yeah, well, you really don't want to do that. You know, as a company, you should own the properties, blah, 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 blah. Look, got a good, solid license contract. He has exclusivity under the card gaming industry. He's got a good, solid contract. There's nothing he's got to worry about. You know, what you hear from a very corporate, I need to own everything mentality. And well, you know, hey, they exist, but when it comes to loyalty, every single artist that's worked on Sorcery, if they have a choice between being loyal to a company that wants to own them lock, stock, and barrel copyright and pay them crap money versus Eric, you're going to go with Eric every time.
It's an incredible art project. And yeah, like you say, there's no way that like a piece like that could end up in another game for all those reasons, you know? And it's really incredible. Can't take my eyes off it. It's amazing work. I'm blown away.
Thank you, Mike. All right. Great job today, bud. I tuned in at o'clock and I was listening to what an amazing collection of artists, international. Elvira that was there doing the translations.
That was a special moment when they made that connection. They went to the same art school and they're both like Russian, you know, so it's a special moment, you know. I love to see it.
It is.
It's exciting. So, well, thanks, man. Like, you did an amazing job coming on, improvising, as my headphones died just before you came on. You took the show and just ran with it, and it was absolutely perfect. I really appreciate it.
All right, I'll sign off with the self.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to see you tonight, and I think a lot more of your new patrons will as well. So we'll have fun talking some more later.
All right, take care.
All right, take care, Ed. See ya. All right, everybody. That's all we got. We had like 20 guests. It's pretty insane. I hope everybody had a good time. I can't wait to watch it back and see the comments. Like I say, I barely have any time to even look at the comments unless my AirPods died and Ed Bear Jr. takes over the show. So it was a hell of a good time. And hope everybody had fun. And stay tuned, I guess, for the giveaways for the Alpha boxes on the Collector Arthouse Discord and the Sorcery Contested Realm community group. I will get those posts listed. And you just got to comment. We'll do a flavor text idea for the new Pudge Butcher, which will be hilarious. And I'll think of someone. I'll think of another one for the Collector Arthouse Discord. Or if you guys have ideas, just send me a direct message. Like, what card should we dream up a flavor text for? I think that's fun to do. Back in the early days of the Sorcery Discord, Eric was very active before the project really got insanely out of control busy after the Kickstarter. And it was very early days. Like I say, it was in the early development stages. And he asked the early fans, like what ideas they had for flavor text. And it was a lot of fun. I remember that. So I kind of want to reinvigorate that feeling. I actually contributed one that was on a printed, like a digital version of the card for Severon Pinu's sleep card. And it was just cool to see it on there, like that the company actually made that card for a hot minute. It didn't go to print. It ended up being changed for Alpha, but I think it's a fun idea for a contest and something we can all have a lot of fun doing as a follow-up to this event. And I wish we could do them more, like hopefully we'll do it again for Arthurian Legends, I'm sure. And we're all looking forward to that set, but let's enjoy beta for a while. I only got through like half the booster box. Like I say, it's kind of funny. It was almost an afterthought in a way, but beta is very exciting. Can't wait to get into it. And thank you all for your support and following the channel and your positive energy and all of the different social groups. And just having a lot of fun with Sorcery together. And thank you to all the artists for your time today and your patience sitting through some of you had to wait for 2 hours before you could even get on the episode. So that's unbelievable generosity. Really means a lot to me and really appreciate it. See ya.